All right, good morning. Court is in session. Officer, if you could open court, please.
Welcome all. 36th District Court, State of Michigan is now in session with the Honorable Judge Shannon Holmes presiding. During this Zoom court proceeding, there will be no gum chewing, eating, drinking, smoking, or talking. Also, you're required to be dressed appropriately for court. No do-rags, hats, pajamas, low-cut tops, spaghetti string tops, or underclothes should be visible. If you have any additional electronic devices, please silence them or turn them off now. Thank you all in advance for your compliance, and good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, and good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
All right, I'm going to start first by asking everyone to please mute your phone until I'm ready for your hearing. Please mute your phone until I'm ready, or your devices until I'm ready for your hearing. And then I'll have the attorneys place their appearance on the record this morning.
Yes, thank you, Judge. For the record, Jesse Reed, Drug Court Defense Attorney, P 23863. Judge, I'd like to make a motion, a continuing motion, that my appearance be for all of my clients appearing before the court this morning. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Reed, and your motion is granted.
Thank you.
Good morning, Your Honor. Robert Fikens, P 31894, Drug Treatment Court Defense Counsel. I too, Your Honor, would make a similar motion.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Fikens. Good morning to you. Your motion is granted. Good morning to the staff that's serving in the courtroom this morning. Good morning, Ms. Drew, and to the officers. I see Mr. Griffin. Good morning, Mr. Griffin.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right. Can you state your name for the record?
Good morning, Your Honor. Brian Griffin, Drug Court Case Manager on behalf of Sobriety Court.
All right. Thank you. I also see Ms. Cleveland. If you could unmute and state your appearance for the record.
Morning, Your Honor. Toshi Cleveland, Case Manager for Special Court 36 District.
All right. Good morning, Ms. Cleveland. Mr. Yancey.
Morning, Your Honor. Kenneth Yancey on behalf of Sobriety Court, Your Honor.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Yancey.
Good morning.
I don't think I see any other case managers. All right. Let's get started. I have Vida Larson, who's up first. Ms. Larson, if you could unmute and state your name for the record.
Good morning, Judge Holmes.
Good morning.
Vida Larson.
Thank you, Ms. Larson. We are in our virtual courtroom. Do you agree to have your hearing by way of Zoom?
Yes, ma'am.
Wonderful. I have the following case, 200-555-5101 for Vida Larson. Ms. Larson, how are you doing?
You know, Judge Holmes, I am doing fabulous. Thanks to you and everyone there. I love you all.
Wonderful. You look like you're doing fabulous. Tell me what's going on.
Oh my, I'm a very busy girl.
Yes.
I'm doing lots of Zooms every day. I'm doing NA meetings. I'm going 3 times a week. Everything's good at my testing. My daughter's keeping me very busy with the 3 grandkids as well.
Yes, very good. All right.
I feel fabulous. I'm on my path. I'm staying in the right lane. I have nothing but good things to say. I love myself again. I'm grateful. I'm grateful to you.
And I'm so excited that you have embraced this new adventure because every day you should be learning something. Every day you should be discovering something new about yourself, or something maybe you've forgotten about the Vida Larson that you were. And so tell me something you've learned since the last time I've seen you.
Oh gosh, I've learned just how to appreciate myself and how to look forward and not look back, because that is not the person that I am. The person that I am is a charming, wonderful, successful, beautiful person. I'm so I have nothing but gratitude, and I'm just blessed.
Yes,
I feel so blessed.
Yes, you are. All right. What do you need us to help you with, Ms. Larson, if anything?
You know, me and Mrs. Cleveland, we keep in contact, and I'm letting her know everything that I do all the time. She gives me the courage and the support, and I appreciate her as well. She's wonderful. I know that when I first came in here, I was a little angry, but now I have nothing but gratitude, and I want to thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
All right. Ms. Cleveland, anything
Um,
to report out on Ms. Larson?
Good morning, Your Honor. She is absolutely right, and I am very grateful to her for making sure that she stays in contact with me and updates the court on how she's progressing as well. I'm able to verify she's had 102 days in the program. After her recent release from Naomi's Nest, she's registered with Odyssey House in Flint. Her counselor's name is Ms. Shaw. She is testing as ordered, and she is compliant with her testing at DNA in Livingston County. She's back at her home. It seems to be a very stable home for her, and she's doing well so far. I'm very pleased to report.
All right. Wonderful. Wonderful. Mr. Reed, Mr. Vikens?
Yes, thank you, Judge. Congratulations, Ms. Larson, a good report. You sound happy. You're working the program. Take one day at a time. Keep up the good work. We're proud of you. Be proud of yourself. And thank you, Ms. Larson. Thank you, Judge.
All right.
Thank
Your
you,
Honor.
Mr. Reed.
And if I might add, Your Honor, Ms. Larson, you are doing a great job. You're week after week, you're doing it. You should be proud of yourself because we're proud of you. Thank you, Judge.
All right. Very good. Ms.
Thank
Larson,
you.
do you have any questions for us at this time?
No, ma'am.
All right. Very good. And so, Ms. Cleveland, while Ms. Larson has transitioned home, let's start getting her ready to progress to phase 2. Start working on some goals, talking about what it is that she wants to accomplish. And so you all spend some time doing that. But until then, I'm going to see you back in 2 weeks. So that puts us on, I think we're out on the 26th. And
Yeah.
so, Ms. Cleveland, in order to keep our schedule afloat, I would like to schedule Ms. Larson for a face-to-face with you that week. Does
Okay.
that work?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I can schedule it for the 23rd or the 24th or the 25th. Which day is better for you?
The 24th would be okay.
All right. Let's do November 24th, 2020. And I'll just schedule it for 9 o'clock. You all can work out the logistics. And so, Ms. Drew, make sure that my
Yes.
schedule reflects that it is a review, but she'll be reviewing with her case manager, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, wonderful. If nothing else, if you need us, of course, you can always dial into the courtroom. You can always pop in on any day, but I'm counting on you to stay on track and to utilize the tools that you've received, okay?
Yes, ma'am. I sure will. And thank you
All right.
again.
All right,
Thank
Ms.
you.
Larson, have a wonderful day. Good to see you.
Everyone have a wonderful day, and thank you.
All right,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye. Are we ready for Ms. Carter? Good morning, Ms. Carter. All right, I need you to unmute yourself. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm well. Are you at work?
Yes, I am.
All right,
They're trying to
wonderful.
kill me. They're trying to kill me.
No. Work that won't kill us. We don't let work kill us. We can die some other things, not work or COVID. It's not happening. All right. Miss Carter, you were supposed to be with us the other day. What
I know.
happened?
I work downtown, right next to the TUF Center. I said the old Cobo. I could do getting the words wrong. And we had so many protesters out. They had us on full guard. I didn't have my phone or anything by me. And by the time I realized it, Miss she told me it was too late, so come in today. So I sincerely apologize. You know, I have never missed anything dealing with coming to do with you, especially I'm at the end of it. I'm like, I would never do that intentionally. So I
I
sincerely
thought that
apologize.
was a little weird, but I'm glad you're
Yes.
safe and you're continuing to
Yes.
stay safe, right?
We got our own little walkie-talkies now.
All right. Very good. Very good. All right. You're in our virtual courtroom. And so
Okay.
do you agree to have your hearing by way of Zoom this morning?
Yes, I do, Judge.
Wonderful. I have case number 18044904001 for Marnea Carter. And so, Ms. Carter, state your full name for the record.
Renee Chantel Carter.
All right. Ms. Robs, good morning to you.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right. State your appearance for the record, Ms. Robs.
Ebony Ross, your Tribal Court Case Manager.
All right. Thank you. And so, Ms. Robs, I'm going to have you start off with presenting Ms. Carter on this morning because I think we're still on track. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Very good. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, on today, I would like to present Ms. Renee Carter as a candidate for graduation as she entered into drug treatment court March 12, 2019. She's completed outpatient treatment. She's attended over 112-step meetings. She's completed 40 hours of community service. She's attended the ARMS program, watched the sobriety video, attended alcohol highway safety, submitted to several urinalysis tests, paid all costs and fees and fines in full. And she's completed, Your Honor, she successfully completed all conditions of her drug treatment court. And as I stated, I would like to present her for a candidate for graduation.
All right. Thank you. Miss Carter, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
All right. Miss Drew, I need you to make sure that Miss Carter is cleared with respect to 36th District Court. And
Yes,
so,
ma'am.
all right. And so, Miss Carter, tell me, what was your experience with our specialty court like? What did you learn? What are you going to do going forward?
I learned that when I need help, don't be afraid to ask for it. I guess you could say, like a practice person, and I didn't want to ask for help. And I saw things on my own, which, as I see it, it wasn't working on my way at all. And when I humble myself for the experience, it's like doors are opening up for me. You know, I got a job. I'm finishing school. I got one more paper to do. And I walk off that stage. I'll be
There
stuck
you
across that stage.
go. Yeah.
It's just I can't let the downfalls and the things of life get me down so far that I want to destroy my body and my insides. And after I learned some coping mechanisms to help me deal with life on their terms, because I can't nothing I can do about half the things that happen to us. And so after I learned how to deal with life on its terms, I became a better person and I became better off, even in my mental ability. It's like I'm able to cope with things better than I would have before. Because this stuff is going on here, it would have drove me like, okay, you know what, just one, I need this one, and that one turned to one more, and another one, and another one. Because I realized that I'm allergic to it. I can't. It's not for me. And so it was like after I realized that part, it made things. I'm not gonna say easier, but it put things into perspective. If you know
Okay.
what I'm saying.
Yes, absolutely. Ms. Carter, it has been a pleasure to work with you. We've had some good days, some not so good days. We have some ups and some downs and some real lows. But overall, it's always been a pleasure to work with you. I appreciate the fact that even the times that you've fallen down, you've gotten back up and you got back into the program and back on a path of recovery. My hope for you is that you will see the benefits that you've gained since you've been with us and since you've been sober and not relying on alcohol to deal with grief, to deal with anger, or to deal with any of life's challenges, that you will be inclined to continue to stay sober, to continue to use the resources that you've been given, to continue to value yourself more, because
Yeah.
you understand, and I say this to people that come to the program, individuals that make it to drug treatment court, even though it may seem like a task that you don't want to take on, or too much, or it's too cumbersome, that you are one of the fortunate ones. Because for every person that's in this program, there's somebody who has taken a life because they drank alcohol and got behind the wheel of a car. There's somebody in prison, or there's somebody whose life has been changed drastically by way of injury. And so you're one of the fortunate ones. None of those things have happened to you. And so I hope that going forward, you will continue to rely on the strength I hope that you've seen in yourself throughout this process, because the one thing about you is that you never quit. And so that's certainly a trait that you will be able to take with you throughout life, and it will benefit you in every aspect of your life. Don't quit. You have it in you. Takes a little time to get it to the forefront, but don't quit. So I am very, very proud of you. Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens.
Yes, Judge, thank you. Uh, Judge, I will be making a motion in this case, but before I make the motion, I'd like to make a few remarks, if I may. I want to congratulate you, Ms. Carter, on a job well done. Uh, Drug treatment court is not easy. It's not intended to be easy. You did your drug testing, counseling, NAA meetings, community service. You went to arms, alcohol, highway safety. You paid money, and you did it, and you did it well. We're proud of you. Drug treatment court is not just about being clean and sober. We look toward education, employment, independent housing, reuniting with your family, and you've done a lot of those things. We're proud of you, Miss Carter. You've done a good job. Um, Keep up the good work. And now I'll make the motion, Judge. The following case, we cannot dismiss this case. It's a drinking and driving case. Secretary of State will not allow us to dismiss it, but we can close it with improvement. So I'm making the motion that the following case, 18044900401, be closed with improvement. Congratulations, Ms. Carter. Thank you for participating in drug treatment court. It's a voluntary program, and I wish you well the rest of your life. Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Ms. Carter.
Thank you.
And Your Honor, if I might add, Ms. Carter, you're a wonderful person with a beautiful smile. It's been a pleasure to get to know you. We've had our ups and our downs. We didn't give up on you, and more importantly, you didn't give up on us, nor did you give up on yourself. And I hope you carry that with you the rest of your life. Never worth giving up on yourself, Ms. Carter. Always keep that right next to you, because you're worth it, and we're proud of you. Thank you, Judge.
All right, very good. Mr. Reed, I am granting your motion. I'm closing Ms. Carter's case with improvement. Ms. Drew, are there any other outstanding matters at 36th District Court?
No, there isn't, Judge.
Wonderful. I need everybody in the courtroom to join me in congratulating Ms. Carter on her successful completion of drug treatment court. Congratulations, Ms. Carter. You did it. You did it. Yes, you did. You did it. All right. You are going to get your paperwork in the mail. Please make sure you hold on to it. If for some reason you don't receive it, please, by all means, reach out to the courtroom, because you should keep that paperwork with you, okay?
Thank you.
All right.
I want to thank you, Miss Robs, Mr. Rob, Mr. Reed. I can't pronounce your last name, Mr. Fikens. I want to thank everybody that was in my corner and that made me want to be better and do better for myself. Because without you and my mother, and y'all gave her another chance to be with me. Because the road I was going down, it wasn't looking too bright. So I want to thank you for that too. So thank you.
Yes, ma'am. All right, Ms. Carter. Thank you. A pleasure working with you. Go and be great. We'll see you when you come to just tell us all of your good news. Have a good day.
Yes, you will. Thank you. Have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Wonderful. Okay, I am ready now for Ms. Harris. If you could unmute for me.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
I am good. I'm up, ready to handle some business.
All right. Very good. State your full name for the record.
Yes, ma'am. Antia Harris.
All right, Ms. Harris, you're in our virtual courtroom. Do you agree to have your hearing by way of Zoom on this morning?
Yes, ma'am.
Wonderful. I have the following matters. I actually have two matters for Ms. Harris on this morning. I want to start with the civil infraction 184680191. Mr. Griffin, has that matter been resolved? Was it paid?
Your Honor, she just told me that she's going to pay the ticket today, so she said she's coming down here today to pay the ticket, because you gave her to the day that have it paid, so She said she would
Yes,
be down
ma'am.
here today. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Griffin. Okay, Ms.
Yes,
Harris, get
ma'am.
that paid.
Yeah,
Ms. Drew,
I didn't mean to interrupt. My unemployment just posted at 8, and so I'll be able to go down and pay it today.
all right, wonderful. And so, Ms. Drew, what I'll do is
Yes,
I'll
ma'am.
adjourn just the civil infraction till tomorrow, so she doesn't
Okay.
incur, just in case there's a timing issue. But I need you to pay it today,
Yes,
okay?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right, then we're in great shape. The other matter that I have from Ms. Harris is case number 20056096001. So, Ms. Harris, how are you doing
Yes.
today?
I'm good. Life is
Okay.
good. Life is great. It's weird because I was talking to my mother about how since not using the cocaine, I don't have as many ailments in my body as I used to. It's weird. I found that, when you go on that binge and you're high for hours, of course you've seen how cocaine affects people. And I would lay down and go to sleep. I would always wake up with my back just felt like someone had put a hot poker in it because I've had 12 surgeries on my back. And so I would be really tight. I would be, for a Vicodin or reaching for another hit, really, to wake up, to get moving. And I've had some of the best rest, some of the best sleep. And my body is just happy with me
Yeah.
again. And so I appreciate that. I never realized, when you're in the throes of your addiction, you don't realize how much one small thing affects your entire being.
Everything else.
Everything
Yeah.
else. Yeah. I'm spending more time with my daughter, which is amazing. We had a lot of fun on Halloween, just trick-or-treating, just her and I,
Yes.
and we've had some issues in our family. We have my aunt. I have 2 aunts that are in convalescent homes, not doing well. But I haven't wanted to turn to any type of substance to get me going.
Good.
Yeah. I mean, I've got my coffee still. I still smoke cigarettes. I'm a
Okay.
victim of. I agree, but I haven't been craving the Coke. I haven't. I mean, it's been beautiful. It really
Wonderful.
has.
Wonderful. How are you doing with your intensive outpatient treatment?
Very good. I started to see a new therapist. 2
Okay.
new therapists, actually. I saw a new psychiatrist who is getting me, in line with my mental health. Prescribed me something that, well, I told Mr. Griffin what it is, but
Okay.
it's a non-narcotic, but it keeps my mood kind of in
Stable.
line. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. So she's helping me. Dr. Johnson is helping me deal with that aspect. And then I also met with a new therapist, psychologist, Dr. Davis, and she's really helping me get to the root of why substances were even introduced to my life in the first place. She took it all the way back. She dug up things that I swept under that rug, stomped on, rolled over a few times with a cart. So she's making me really face the real issue as to why I self-medicate. So it's been a very humbling 2 weeks.
All right.
But I'm
Very
stronger.
good.
Yeah.
Very, very good. What do you need us to help you with? What are you struggling with? What are you challenging?
Nothing really right now. I talk to Mr. Griffin frequently. And if I'm ever even having an issue, like I had an issue where I felt my levels was getting up and I was getting anxious, and I called him and he was able to kind of calm me down and talk me down. And so you guys have really been there. I did learn a quote that I wanted to share with you at one of the NA meetings, and it says, "Today well lived makes every yesterday a dream of happiness and every tomorrow a vision of hope." And I liked it so much, I actually went and got it tattooed on my arm.
All of those words? Okay. Y'all know I don't have a poker face. Okay.
Yeah, it's there.
Oh,
I know,
whole
I know,
paragraph.
I
Okay.
know. But it's helping. It's helping, Your Honor. It helps. I know. It's something about that quote stuck out to me. And it's okay. You can't see it. I'm still professional. Come back, Judge Holmes. You can come back.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. All right. All right, Miss Harris. All right. Miss Harris figured me out. She said when the judge can't have a poker face, she turned that camera off.
It's okay.
Miss Harris, you're not supposed to call me off like that, out like that. You're supposed to let people think I'm having technical difficulties. I can't even come on.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I'm just saying everything is good. finished. Everything's good.
All right. All right. All right, Miss Harris. All right. Miss
You sound like
Griffin.
my mom did the same thing. She couldn't turn her camera off. So it's okay.
Mr. Griffin. Help me, Mr. Griffin. Rescue me.
Okay, Ms. Harris is doing very well. Like she said, she just started the new therapy on the 3rd, November 3rd. So I did request for them to send me a treatment plan and progress report. She's been testing. Like she said, we talk a couple of times a week. I just got an open communication with her. I told her anytime she's feeling any anxiety, anything, just to call. So she's been doing very well with that. So overall, I mean, she's on a good path right now. So we just got to keep her here. So we want to start working on some goals and things like that. But other than that, she's been doing very well.
All right. Wonderful, Mr. Griffin. Did we get the information regarding MAT?
Your Honor, they sent something over, and I let Mr. Morgan look at it. It's not exactly what we were asking for, so he's trying to come up with a sheet so we can have specifics of what we need, but they did send something over, but this stating the date that she started, but it wasn't the specifics and stuff that we want, that's required. So we're in the process of getting that, but they did send something over.
Okay, because we need the specifics. It can't be the general. All right. You all keep me posted
Yes.
on that. All right.
Okay,
Anything else, Mr. Griffin?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Very good, Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Justice. Ms. Harris, good report. Keep up the good work. You sound happy. You're working the program. We're proud of you. Be proud of yourself. Thank you, Ms. Harris. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Attorney Reed. Thank you.
And Your Honor, if I might add, Ms. Harris, it was a good report. You always bring something to every meeting you come to. We appreciate that.
Thank you,
But
Mr. Fikens.
keep up the great work. We're very proud of you. And be safe. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you so much.
All right. Very good. All right, Mr. Griffin, I would like to schedule Ms. Harris for a face-to-face with you because she would be falling on Thanksgiving Day and we're not open. So just to keep the flow of the docket, the way that it should be, can we do what day is good for you, the 23rd, 25th?
Can we do the 24th, Your Honor?
Yes, sir, November 24th, 2020 at 9:00 a.m. And then just make sure also communicate that to Ms. Robs and Ms. Cleveland, Mr. Yancey, that when you schedule the people from Thursday for 2 weeks out, put them back on a Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah, so we can keep the docket flow good.
Keep the docket right. Okay.
There you go. All right, very good. Anything else for my consideration?
No, Your Honor.
Nothing else? All right, wonderful. Good to see you, Ms. Harris.
You too.
Enjoy the rest of your day. Continue the hard work. Very proud of you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good one. Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Thank to you. Thank you. Thank you.
Goodbye.
All right. I don't know how people are going to. Yes.
We do have an intake on Ms. Rockymore, and we just wondering, can she go into a breakout room with Mr. Vikings?
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Okay. Good morning to you, Ms. Rockymore. Good morning. I do have you.
Good morning.
All right. I am going to place you in a breakout room with who's going, Attorney Fikens?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, with Mr. Fikens, who's one of the attorneys that services drug treatment court.
Okay.
And so you are going to get an invitation. We won't be able to hear your discussions in that room.
Okay.
And so you will get an invitation to go to breakout room number 1. Please accept that invitation.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Griffin.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. I'm ready on Daryl Bruce. Mr. Bruce, unmute for me. Good morning, Mr. Bruce.
Good morning, Your Honor.
How are you this morning?
I'm fine. How about
Good.
yourself?
I'm doing very well. Thank you, sir. State your full name for the record. All right, Mr. Bruce, you are in our virtual courtroom. Do you agree to have your hearing by way of Zoom?
Yes, Your Honor.
Wonderful. I have the following matter for Daryl Bruce, 18045-77401. Mr. Bruce, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine actually.
You are. Tell me what's been going on since the last time I've seen you, sir.
I actually got a call back from Chrysler. I'm going to an interview on the 18th, and
What?
yeah, trying to get a better job.
Look at you, Mr. Bruce. Go get that job. Guess what test you are going to pass?
The drug test.
Come on, Mr. Bruce. Yes, you are. Yes, you are, Mr. Bruce. I am so excited for you.
Thank you.
Are you excited for yourself?
Yes, yes, yes.
Wonderful.
I've been
Wonderful.
waiting
Now,
like
go
4 or 5
ahead.
months to hear back from them.
Say that again.
So I've been waiting about 4 or 5 months to hear back from them.
Come on. And now you're ready.
Yes,
It
ma'am.
happened right when it was supposed to happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. That's a yes.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, wonderful. I'm so happy for you. Keep us posted on your progress with respect to your employment situation. I'm very excited for you.
Okay.
And just know you have been working this program. You've not given us any issues. You've been doing what you're supposed to do. We will work with you. You still have to work the program, but we will work with you, okay?
All right.
All right, very good. How's the family doing? And with 5 babies, how are 5 of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How they doing?
They good.
They doing well?
Yeah, my son is actually my baby. He's talking a lot.
He
He's about to be
is.
two. Yeah, he about to be two next in the next 2 months.
Oh, wow. He's already talking.
He's having whole conversations.
Get ready. Get ready. That's all I can say. Get ready. He has 4 older siblings, so yeah, he should
Yeah,
be. Yes, very good. Mr. Bruce, do you notice anything different about yourself since you've not been using any substances?
yeah. I actually started having dreams again.
Really?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think I think the marijuana was stopping me from having dreams or something. I've been having nice dreams about my kids getting older and me
Yeah.
seeing myself older, playing with them and stuff. That was
Yeah.
that was kind of weird at first, but it's been happening lately a lot. So I'm loving it.
Very good. Does your family see a difference in you?
Yeah,
They do. Do
they
they
say
share it with you?
they say my face brightened up. I'm more cheerful.
Good. Those are good things, right, Mr. Bruce?
Yeah,
Very good. All right. Do you like how you feel? Do you like how you look?
yes, yes I do.
So you know what's working. You know how you
Yeah,
got there.
yeah. People say I look a little bit younger.
All right, Mr. Bruce, did y'all see him lean into the camera? He wanted y'all to see too. He said, they said I look a little bit younger. All right, Mr. Bruce, look here. Sobriety can do that for you. Add years to your life. So continue to do it. Continue to work it. What are you having difficulty with, if anything?
Well, right now, but it's not really a problem because we actually supposed to give my wife another car. Her car is actually I don't know what she did with it, but it ain't down to one vehicle. But we working on that. We should have one by next week. So nothing really.
All right. All right. Very good. Miss Robs, what do you want to tell me about Mr. Bruce?
Good morning, Your Honor. Mr. Bruce was admitted October 1st, 2020, a contract term for 12 months, in charge of OWBI, drug of choice, marijuana, and alcohol. He's currently in phase 1. He's also currently receiving outpatient services from DRP with Ms. Hawthorne, who reports he's in compliance. He's also in compliance, Your Honor, with his drug testing at JAMS remains negative. He has completed 14 meetings of AA, and he has completed the Marijuana Insight Program class, I apologize, and he has completed the sobriety video, and he is on track, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Thank you, Miss Robs. You jogged my memory. Mr. Bruce, tell me what you learned in that Marijuana Insight program.
What I learned in the Marijuana Insight program,
Yes.
that that that's what really made me think about the dreams. I actually learned that in there. That marijuana will stop you from having dreams. And most marijuana users start at an early age and it really affects your brain. So I could have lost a lot of memories that I might be gaining back since I've been off
All
of
right.
marijuana.
Let's hope you gain it back. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Especially since you're looking younger. We don't want you to be young, looking, and forgetful.
Thank
All right, Mr. Bruce.
you. All right.
All right, Mr. Reed, what do you want to tell Mr. Bruce?
Mr. Bruce, congratulations, good report. Congratulations on the call back from Chrysler. I know you're going to
Thank
get
you.
the job. I know you're going to get the job. I know you're taking care of those 5 babies. And I was glad to hear you having dreams and not nightmares. Dreams are good, nightmares are bad. Congratulations on a good report. Keep up the good work. We're proud of you. Thank you, Mr. Bruce.
No, thank you, sir.
All right, Miss Robs, anything else for Mr. Bruce?
Your Honor, he's just doing a good job at this time.
Robs, like our other Thursday participants, I'd like to schedule Mr. Bruce for a face-to-face, either on the 23rd, 24th, or 25th. What day works for you?
Would the 24th be a good day for you, Mr. Bruce, to do a face-to-face, a phone call?
Yes, that's fine.
All right, I'm scheduling it for November 24th, 2020 at 9:00 a.m. Ms. Robs, just make sure that his subsequent court date does fall on a Thursday so that we can keep
Yes,
some docket flow going, okay?
yes, Your Honor.
All right, wonderful. Anything else for my consideration? If not, Mr. Bruce, I want you to have a wonderful day. Let us know when you get that call back. I am excited for you, okay?
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, take care. Good to see you.
You too. Have a nice
All right,
afternoon.
you too. Thank you. All right, Mr. Richardson, I'm ready for you. Unmute your phone.
I just did, Your Honor. Good to see
Good
you.
morning. Good to see you. It seems like I only see you every so often.
What a great AA meeting. I mean, I've been sitting here listening to everything, and you gotta, for Miss Carter, I'm
Yes,
waiting for that day myself, but I'm
yes,
patient. But yeah, I mean, this is just inspiring. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. I mean, I go to men's group and everything every week, every Saturday, and then I've been hitting a few. I've been hitting a couple on because they started reopening. But I kept regular AA meetings. But this is just it's like an extra bonus.
yes. And you know what, Mr. Richardson, you have said exactly what the NADCP, which is the national organization that sets the standards for drug treatment court, has indicated as to why individuals should be in the courtroom during the hearings, because they need to hear other people's struggles, their challenges, their victories, because all of it acts as a reminder, an encourager, and can be a discourager as to what you don't want to do, right? With respect to your journey to recovery. And so that's definitely their position. But we live in some uncertain times right now. So we're doing the
Yeah.
best we can, right?
Right.
Right. All right. Do you agree to have your hearing today in our virtual courtroom?
Yes, Your Honor.
Wonderful. Let me place your case number on the record. It's case number 1904472-001. And so, Mr. Richardson, you are is he in phase 2 or phase 3, Mr. Griffin? He's in
This is
2.
phase 2, Your Honor. Yes,
All
phase
right.
2.
All right. You're coming up on that 1 year, though. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. Actually, I just hit 1 year, 10 months, 3 weeks, and 1 day.
Yeah, come on, let's celebrate.
I keep it on this phone.
Excellent, excellent. You are doing a fantastic job. Mr. Richardson, tell us what's working for you.
Well, family, number one. I get great support with my men's group. which is really a help to me. Mr. Griffin just gave me a video to watch, Faces of Drunk Driving.
Okay.
And I tell you, it just, my wife I was in my office and she came in and she watched it with me. She was crying within 20 minutes or, 10 minutes of watching it. And it was just a, just a, heart, just, ugh, I don't know how else to say it. I mean, it just popped at me. And,
What did
and
you
then I
take
had-
away from that video, Mr. Richardson?
Well, number one is how drunk driving hurts, everybody, that's involved with it. But Reggie was the guy that was drunk driving, and I felt, you feel really bad for, Jackie, the one that got burned and through the, you really feel bad for her. But then you have, like my wife and I were talking about, you feel bad for him too, because, he was a high school student, did something wrong and crossed the yellow line and his life's ruined. What I came about it the most was I just thank the Lord every day and God that I didn't hurt anybody. And I say that every day to myself, that I don't drink and I don't want anything, but that's the biggest thing for me, that I didn't hurt anybody. I don't think I could have lived with myself if I would have, done, hurt a family or something like that. I don't even like to think about it anymore.
Yeah.
But just because I'm just, alcohol is a bad thing and I know it. I did have my son got married over Halloween, and it was a big test for me because, all the groomsmen and everybody were taking shots, and I had to walk away and say my prayer for my 24-hour. And I walked away from everybody and I just had to get away from it. But the great thing is 2 or 3 minutes later, or 5 minutes later, it goes away. It does.
Yeah.
The urge to want to do it. And then another great thing about that was I probably got in the following week of my son's wedding, I probably got 5 to 8 of my family members saying, "Wow, you are such a better person without drinking."
Wow.
Yeah, that
Wow.
really, that hit me hard. I mean, it made me feel so good. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
congratulations
on getting a new daughter-in-law.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Great girl. Yeah.
Yes, and I'm so glad to hear. And I wish these are the times I wish we had everybody in the courtroom, because you exercise or utilize the tool that you had readily accessible to you. That I had to walk away and do my prayer, and then in a few minutes, that whole urge or whatever it was, it went away,
Yeah.
and I was good. And so sometimes people believe that when they have the urge or the temptation, you've got to do something like really outlandish. Sometimes just stepping back, taking those few minutes can change the trajectory of your whole day, week, month, right?
Yeah.
And so that's a wonderful thing. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad, and thank you for your honesty. Thank you for letting us know. I had to do something extra, something, even though it was small, but it worked. It worked.
Yeah.
And
And then
so
getting
that's
those
good.
texts from my sister-in-law and my brother-in-law, and because they saw me when I was a drunk, and the wedding went 100% perfect because my brother is an alcoholic too. He's been off alcohol for 7 years. So him and I might have, if we were drinking, we may have, started at each other and ended up fighting, ruining the wedding. Who knows?
Wow.
It happened before.
Mr. Richardson, don't ruin my image of you. Don't do it.
Well, I'm just saying that's with alcohol. That's with alcohol.
That's with alcohol. Okay.
Alcohol.
I'm like, not Mr. Richardson ruining the wedding. You've seen the movies, right? Where the drunk family members get into it and they bash up the cake and oh my goodness.
Jack Daniels will do weird things to you.
Well, I'm glad that you and your brother are sober and on a path of recovery. And so does he share in the journey with you at all? Do you all share?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we both talk about it, and we actually have seen our counselor together, and that's pretty much for work and that. So, I helped him when he was going, he's helped me. So like I say, I get a lot, I'm a blessed person because I get a lot of support from my family.
Yes.
And even my office staff and everybody else here. So I thank the Lord just for helping me with getting the support. I can't say enough about it.
Yes. Well, I'm extremely proud of you. It's always a pleasure to see you, Mr. Griffin, when we do staffing reports that you're doing very well. You're on track. You got the restricted license? Is that correct?
Yep.
How's that
I love
going?
that. I feel like I feel so good about that.
Yes, and it's going well, no issues.
Nope, no issues whatsoever.
All right, very good. Make sure, and I say this to everyone with that interlock, that you follow the guidelines set by Smart Start, because even though an infraction may not be a violation of your contract with us or violation of this court's order, it will still count against you for purposes of getting your license restored, okay?
Okay.
So all of those things that they tell you to do about what not to eat or, your hands and not to walk away from the machine, all of those things, you want to make sure that you're doing them, okay?
I am. Yeah, exact 100%. 100%.
All right, very good, very good. Any questions for us today, Mr. Richardson?
I don't think so. I'm pretty good. I mean,
Okay.
No, I'm pretty good.
Very good. I want to hear from Mr. Griffin. I'm going to ask you, if you're joining us, please mute your device until it's time for your hearing. Thank you so much. All right, Mr. Griffin.
Okay, like you said, he's coming up on a year in January. He'll do arms in March. His pool season is about to end, so I'll get him for community service. So we just waiting for his season to be over. So I'll get him signed up for community service, and he's been referred to alcohol hobby safety education. So other than that, costs are paid in full. He's testing twice a week, no problem with testing. And like you indicated, no problem with the interlock device.
All right, wonderful. Mr. Reed?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Mr. Richardson, congratulations. Another good report. You're working the program. Keep up the good work. I know you're proud of the work you're doing. We're proud of you. Drug court does not last forever. At some point, it will end, but you're working the program. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Mr. Richardson.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Richardson, if you don't have any questions for us.
No, I'm good, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, I'm not going to see you on the next go round. You'll do a face-to-face with Mr. Griffin. And Mr. Griffin, would that date be December 3rd?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Does that work for you, Mr. Richardson?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. Good to see you. And that'll be at 9:00 a.m. You all can work out the logistics. Good to see you. I want you to keep up the great work you're doing, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Right.
You guys all have a blessed day.
You too.
Right,
Thank
thank you.
you.
All right.
All right. I have next on the list, I have a few people that have joined us. Again, please make sure you mute your phone if it's not your hearing. Mr. Reed, I know that Mr. Lorenz, good morning to you.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Lorenz, will one of the other specialty court attorneys join us this morning? Or do you need to utilize the drug treatment court attorneys that are with us today?
Your Honor, Mr. Griffin won't be able to join us until at the very earliest 10:15. So in the meantime, I would like to use one of your attorneys to be able to meet with Miss Regina Howard Matthews.
Okay. All right.
I sent you the update regarding the issue, Your Honor, in an email.
All right, very good. And so let me just check one thing before I send. I'd like you to let Mr. Reed know what's going on with Ms. Howard Matthews. But before I send you all to the breakout room, Miss Wright, Miss Robs, Miss Wright's not having any issues today. Is that correct?
No, she's not here, Honor. I did want to make the recommendation for the removal of tether drive.
Okay, we're good. I just want to make sure I don't need an attorney because they were going to both be out. All right, very good. And so Mr. Lorenz and Ms. Howard Matthews, good morning, Ms. Howard Matthews. I'm going to ask you to unmute.
Good morning.
All right, Ms. Howard Matthews, you're dressed appropriately for court. Is that correct?
Yeah, I've got a dress on. It's just my hair is covering it up.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know I was going to be in court. She just told me to hop into court in the next 2-3 minutes.
Yes, ma'am. You're going to be in court because I'm getting reports that there's an issue. And we talked about the next time there was an issue, the steps that I was going to take. And so I'm going to have you speak with Mr. Reed and Mr. Lorenz. And then Mr. Lorenz, if they need to speak privately, then Mr. Lorenz, you would just come back to the courtroom and leave them in the breakout room. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Very good. And so I am going to send you all to breakout room. It'll be breakout room number 2.
Go in the room, watch TV. Go watch TV. Go play. Thank you.
All right, very good.
On the coat, hey.
Ms. Howard Matthews, you have to accept the invitation, please. All right, very good.
Your Honor, were you sending me with them as well?
Oh, I'm sorry. I did not send you.
No problem, Your Honor.
I did not. Okay, you should get the invitation now. All right, very good. I am ready on Selena Wright. Ms. Wright, if you could unmute yourself. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Judge Holmes.
How are you this morning?
I'm great. How are you?
I am doing well, thank you. Good to see you. You look so nice.
Thank you. I voted for you.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm glad to hear you voted. All right. Very good. All right. I am ready on, you're in our virtual courtroom, Ms. Wright. Do you agree to have your hearing by way of Zoom this morning?
Yes.
All right, wonderful. I have the following for Selena Wright. I have case number Z805-8581 for Selena Wright. I'm sorry, I just thought about something. Ms. Drew.
Yes, ma'am.
I received notification that Pamela Charles was in custody. Would you please contact the DDC to find out when they are bringing her before me? Because she is not to be released. And I need that confirmation this morning.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Thank you. All right, let's go back to Ms. Wright. Ms. Wright, how are you? Let me put your case numbers. I have more than one for Ms. Wright on my sheet, but I only have one on my docket, Ms. Drew.
I'm sorry, what was?
I have the following matters. I also have case number SP 108-30941. Case number SP 109-1000, counts 1, 2, and 3. And I also have Z805-8601. What's going on with the other 3 cases? They're not on my docket.
And that's for who?
Selena. Right.
They should be on your docket. Why they're not on your docket, Judge? I don't know. I really don't know why now. They should be. I'm going to update them on your docket. It don't look like I was here that day. I want to go ahead and add the rest of them. I don't know why they're not on there.
All right, please add them. Thank you so much. All right. Miss Wright, how are things going for you?
It's going. It's going. I'm doing better. I'm learning myself and
Okay.
learning who my true friends are.
Tell me a little bit
Yeah.
about that, learning yourself and learning who your true friends are.
It's like since I've been in sorority that it's like they're trying me. It's like they don't believe it. They want me to fall. I guess. I don't know. But I don't block a lot of people out of my phone because they calling with mess and I'm not trying to hear it. I'm doing good though. I'm learning who my friends are. And that's sad. I'm 52 years old, but
Well, it's never too late to learn, right?
yes,
And as long as you
yes.
learn, you're in good shape. Okay?
Mhm. Yeah.
All right. So what have you been doing since the last time I've seen you?
I've been I see I talked to the therapist
Okay. And that
and
therapist is
that's
with what agency?
the development center. What's the development center?
It's
Randy
not
Pope.
with community care.
Development, it might be community care, but development is something that's on Burt Road.
All right. I'll get that from Miss Ross. That's okay. All right. And so how's that going?
It's going because I have a hard problem sleeping and
Okay.
concentrating. And she told me to go on YouTube. It's these things on YouTube that it relieve me a little. A
Oh,
little.
all right. And so
But
are you
I've been I haven't been craving. I've been eating a lot.
that's okay. We don't mind.
I do when I gotta go to another size fan. But
I get it. I understand it.
but I've been okay. I'm better than I was a year ago. I tell you that. A year ago I wasn't caring. I was just I was out there.
And you're better than you were a year ago. You care now, right?
Yes,
You want to be
yes,
sober. You want to do what it takes to get your
yes,
life back on track, right?
yes. And the people that are my friends, they be like, look at you. You look good. I didn't even know that was you. It makes
Yeah,
me feel good.
very good. What
But
do
I
you have?
have to do it for myself. It's not for no one else. I have to do it for myself.
That's
But it
right.
feels good when someone else tells me that I'm looking good and you still funny and you not drinking.
Look at that. You didn't even know you were funny without drinking, did you?
Yeah, I thought it was the drinks.
See? Wonderful. All right. And so, is there anything that's been difficult that you need us to help you with?
No, y'all doing everything y'all can do for me right now, I guess. But I'm okay. Miss Rob, she keep me right.
All right. What's going on with the matter before Judge King?
I go on the 8th, December the
Uh,
8th.
December. All right.
Yes.
All right.
That's been bothering me, but I gotta stay focused. So
Stay focused. Continue to work your program. Don't let it bother you to the point that you go out and fall backwards, because that's
no,
not
that's
going
no.
to help you at this juncture, right?
Yes, yes.
All right. Very
That's the
good.
last thing on my mind. I like being sober. I
You like
mean,
it.
yeah,
Tell me what you
yeah.
like
It's
about
it's
it.
it's different. It's like I can focus the things that I see I wasn't seeing. The things
Yes.
that I was allowing. I be like, did I really let that person do that? Did I really do that? Like they
Yeah.
said the court when we come to court, that's true. It's like you in AA. And you be like, wow. Yeah,
I'm
but I'm
I'm
learning.
glad I'm glad you're on track, Miss Wright. I am.
Yeah,
I'm really glad that you're on track. This is a great time. Look, I know that the holidays are coming up. I know that they are going to be harsh for some people because we deal with, we're celebrating on one hand, some people are missing loved ones on the other hand. And all of those reasons, or any one of them, can cause us to think, that going back is an option. I need you to know that going back is not an option for you.
Yeah,
That you
it's not
gotta
at
stay on
all.
track.
Yes.
You have to. You have to
And it's
stay.
sad I can't even communicate with my own brother because he on some other stuff. But I gotta lay on him.
You got to do whatever it takes for you to be clean and sober and on a path of recovery. And it's okay
Yes.
to do that. It's okay to be selfish when it comes to
That's what
your
I said. It's
recovery.
okay. Yeah, I'm out here. I could be locked up or dead, you know.
That's the reality of it, Miss Wright. It is.
Yes.
All right. Are you back to work?
No, I'm not.
Okay. All right. Miss Robs?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. What do you want me to know about Miss Wright?
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Wright was admitted into drug treatment court November 26, 2019 for a contract term of 24 months for charge of OWDI, drug of choice, alcohol. She's currently in phase 2. She is in compliance, Your Honor. She attends Development Center. I was able to receive documents from Ms. Porter, including a psychiatric evaluation. She has completed the sobriety video. She's in compliance with ATS, all negative screens. She has completed the 100 AA meetings. She's completed the alcohol highway safety. As per her report, she remains unemployed due to some medical. She does need to take the ARMS program. We're going to get her signed up for March, the March program. Excuse me. And she is going to begin her community service. I had to send in another referral, so she will start her community service at New Life Baptist with Dr. Alexander. And we did discuss making payments towards her balance, and we will discuss a payment plan for her and how she can rectify that. But she's doing well here, and I want to make the recommendation for the removal of her tether at this time.
All right. Mr. Fikens, any objection to the remove? We talked about this in staffing.
Yes.
And so go ahead, Mr. Fikens.
Judge, I certainly have no objections to this at all. Ms. Wright seems to have a pretty good sense and idea of who Selena Wright is, so we're very proud of you, ma'am, and we have no objections, Judge.
All right. Miss Wright, are you ready for us to remove that tether?
Yes.
All right. The tether can't keep you sober. The
I
only thing
know.
that can keep you sober, only way to keep you sober is if you decide, I'm going to do this. I want this and I'm
Yes.
going to work at it.
I
And so,
want it. I'm not.
all right. So I'm going to remove the tether. I'm granting the request. So Miss Rob, let's get it removed ASAP.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And Miss Wright, I just want you to know I'm extremely proud of you and the progress that you've made.
Thank you.
All
Thank you
right.
so much.
All right. You are in phase 2. So Miss Ross, she's coming back for a face-to-face, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And the 3 weeks would put us at December 3rd,
Yes, Your Honor.
2020 at 9 o'clock. You all can work out the logistics, but that's your next scheduled date, December 3rd, 2020 at 9 o'clock. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Know that we're here if you need us. Okay, somebody is blowing their nose with. Okay, I'm sorry, Miss Wright.
Yes.
It gives me a headache from people. So, yeah. All right, and so Miss Wright, I want you to keep up the great work. I'm going to see you after Thanksgiving. We're going to, but if you need us, you know you can call in. You can dial
Yes.
into the courtroom. We are here if you need us. I need you to do whatever it takes to maintain your sobriety throughout the holidays, okay?
Yes. Thank you.
All right, very good. Take care.
Happy Thanksgiving and thank all of you.
All right, same to you. Thank you, ma'am. All right. I am ready on the intake for Freedom. Rocky, Rocky Moore, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
All right, give me 1 second. All right, Miss Drew, have you taken the opportunity to get a status on Pamela Charles?
On the phone right now, Judge, with DDC.
Wonderful. And then are you able to tell me if Miss Rocky Moore has anything else? You don't have to tell me right now, but check to make sure she has nothing else outstanding.
I sure will, Judge.
Wonderful. I have the following case, Z8060951 for Freedom Rocky Moore. Miss Rocky Moore, please state your full name for the record.
Freedom Rocky Moore.
All right. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
You are in our virtual courtroom. Do you agree to have your hearing by way
Yes,
of
ma'am.
Zoom on this
Yes,
morning? You
ma'am.
have to wait till I finish the question.
I'm sorry.
I might be asking you, are you willing to give us all of the money that's in your pocketbook?
No, ma'am.
Oh, okay. All right. So you're willing to have your hearing by way of Zoom, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Wonderful. Miss, who's presenting Miss Rocky Moore?
I am, Your Honor.
All right, Miss Robs, I'm ready when you are.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Rocky Moore is a new intake. Your Honor, she was referred to drug treatment court from Judge Ford. She has a charge of OWBI. She's 24. She's a 24-year-old African-American female. Her highest level of education is the 11th grade. She's currently unemployed, receiving unemployment. She has no children. She is 18 years old. She does admit to having
18. You just told me she was 24.
I'm sorry, she's at least 18. I apologize, Your Honor.
Yeah, y'all can take that part out, because once y'all give me their age, I'm gonna do that math that they over 18.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
Yes.
I'm a little slow in math, but I'm not that slow. Hope my granddaughter not watching this. All right, go ahead, Miss Rob.
She does admit, Your Honor, to alcohol and marijuana use in the past. She did admit, Your Honor, that she is currently on a prescription for opioids, the pain management, athletic code. She has not participated in specialties court and does not have any felony convictions or violent offenses. We did talk, myself and Ms. Rocky Moore, about testing. We don't have any testing results at this time, Your Honor. I did explain to Ms. Rocky Moore that this is one of the very important parts of the process.
Why don't we have testing results though, Ms. Rob?
Your Honor, I'm not sure. I told, Ms. Rocky Moore reported that she was going out of town. I did indicate that she could test out of town. We don't have any results, Your Honor.
Was she ordered to test by Judge Ford?
The last result for Ms. Rocky Moore was in January of 2020, and she was positive for THC.
Okay.
But there was no from Ms. Ford.
All right. And so, Ms. Rob, you stated that she's taking a pain med that is an opioid. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And did you take the time to explain to Ms. Rocky Moore that while she's in drug treatment court, she cannot take an opioid? She'd have to go back to her doctor immediately and get a non-narcotic pain reliever.
Yes, I did, Your Honor. That was one of the things that I wanted to address with the courts, that she, Your Honor, at this time does not want to come off of the pain medication, as she stated that.
No, that's not an option. That's not negotiable. We don't bargain for that. If she doesn't want to come off the pain med, she goes back to Judge Ford, and Judge Ford can send her to jail on her underlying charge. It's non-negotiable.
And
It's
Your Honor,
non-negotiable.
Your Honor, maybe this is a good time for me to speak up. Robert Fikens on behalf of Ms. Rockmore. Judge, we had a semi-lengthy conversation about that issue. She's very concerned about it. She feels that she's still healing with therapy. She feels that the pain medications are helping her. She has some reservations about doing drug treatment court and going to her doctor and attempting to wean herself or get off of those types of medications, Judge. So I don't know that she is ready for drug treatment court at this time. I think I think she feels overwhelmed. I will say that by the requirements of this program, as would be the requirements of any probation under Judge Ford. But that just she's going to have to work that out, Judge. I don't think she under this situation would want to do drug treatment court.
All right, thank you. So Ms. Drew says, I'm taxing her this morning. I know I am. Ms. Drew, I need you to call Judge Ford. Let Judge Ford. Now, when was she referred to us, Miss Robs?
Excuse me.
Hold on, Miss Rockmore. I'll give you an
Okay, my bad.
I need
Sorry
to
about
know,
that.
Miss Robs. Miss Robs, when did you all start this process?
Your Honor, October 30th.
Okay, and so now Judge Ford is under the assumption that 12 days, 13 days later, Ms. Rockmore is still with us. That is a part of my issue. We cannot have people out there. We'll talk about that later. Ms. Drew, call Judge Ford. Let Judge Ford know that we have Ms. Rockmore and she is not eligible to participate in drug treatment court because the standards of the program does not allow her to take opioids while she is in our program. So we will have to send her back to Judge Ford for proper sentencing. And I'd like to put her on Judge Ford's docket for today, this morning, because she's in our courtroom. All right.
May I ask something?
Yes, ma'am.
I never knew I never knew jail would be an option for this at all. This was never presented to me.
Jail is always an option. When you go over your advice of rights with your attorney before you accepted a plea, your attorney told you that jail is an option. You signed it, ma'am. I'm sorry, you didn't sign it because you're not physically in the courtroom. But they go over that anything up to $500 in fines plus costs are up to 90 days in the Wayne County Jail. Jail is always an option. You're in a court of law.
Okay. So far as my accident, that isn't an issue at all. That isn't something that that happened way after my OWI case. So that's the point of the opioids. It's not something that is taken often, but it's something that has to be taken for the pain.
Ma'am, and you have to take it, and I understand it. And I am in no way a medical doctor. But let me tell you what I am. I am a judge in drug treatment court.
Yes,
and the standards for the program says that you cannot be taking an opioid.
Okay.
We can't do it. So
may I also tell you this?
To Judge Ford, okay?
That's fine. That's fine. But may I also tell you this?
Yes.
The opioid part wasn't told to me until today. I'm just gonna say that I understood that I had to test. This trip also was told prior to, at least like a month ago. So it's not like I just went out of town. You know what I'm saying? I did
we're past that. I'm past that. We have a bigger issue. You're saying that you need the opioids. I'm saying that you can't take it while you're in our program, that you could go to your medical provider. Like we have so many individuals who do participate in drug treatment court to get back on track with life and all of those other things. And, and they get a non-narcotic prescription to manage their pain. And
okay, so I have an appointment coming up. So would you give me the time to talk to my doctor? I have two.
No, I'm not going to give you the time to talk to your doctor. I'm going to give you to go back to Judge Ford. And then if she wants to give you time to talk to your doctor, you can do that. But I'm not going to have you out here because you haven't tested. And I can't just have you out here in limbo. Okay.
May I tell you the reason why I haven't tested? She just basically told you I didn't test. We had a scheduled testing when I get back into town. She just called me this morning and asked, could I stop somewhere in
Come here,
Tennessee?
Honor. I have emails. I have emails, Ms. Rockymore. You were informed that you needed to test.
Okay, I wouldn't call you a liar or anything. It's just maybe something I don't remember. So yes,
Maybe
okay,
you
I'll go
don't
back to Judge
remember.
Ford. Maybe I'll
Okay,
just go back to
maybe.
Judge Ford. I don't want to waste
Wonderful.
anyone's time.
I appreciate it. Let me get you the dial in for Judge Ford.
I have her already in there.
Hold on one second. There's still some things I need to do. So
I apologize. I really do. I'm
a few
just really
seconds.
overwhelmed.
Okay. All right. I
Crazy.
understand that. When we drink and drive in the city, it can overwhelm you. Miss Drew, were you able to contact
Yes.
Judge Ford?
Yes, I was, and they're waiting on her to zoom in.
Wonderful. I just wanted to
So
make
she can
sure so
zoom
you
in
didn't get
today.
a warrant. That's what I was making sure of. All
Yes.
right. Very
Mm-hmm.
good. So you can put her back on Judge Ford's docket. I wish you well with
Okay,
what
I'll
you're
do
doing.
that right now.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. Thank you, Miss Drew.
You're
Okay.
welcome.
All right. I need to look at my list. Let's see. I have Tanya Jo Wright that's up next. Is Tanya Jo still on? I'm going to ask you to start your video.
You gotta go to court.
They're gonna be on speakers.
Good morning to you, Miss Wright.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
Good. Really good.
Good. Very good. All right. You are in our virtual. First, state your full name for the record.
Tanya Jo Wright.
Right. You are in our virtual courtroom. Do you agree to have your hearing by way of Zoom this morning?
Yes, I do.
Wonderful. I have the following matters for Tanya Jo Wright. U 487-69418, U 760-29611, and case number 18061522201. Miss Wright, who do you have with you? State your name for the record, ma'am.
Kelly Arvallo, intern at Stanford House.
All right, good morning. Thank you for joining us on this morning.
Good morning.
All right. Miss Wright, how are you doing today?
Doing good. A little chilly out, but I'm doing good.
Okay, I see you sitting outside. I thought it was going to be cold out today.
It is.
Okay. All right. Very good. What's been going on with you since the last time I've seen you? I know that you wrote out a relapse prevention plan, that you have a sponsor now. I think we've addressed all of the tickets that you have before this court. And so tell me what else has been going on with you.
Yes. I just been, doing me, doing my job, working every day. Going to my mom, spend some time with my mom. Trying to look at other jobs, to better, myself. And I'm still trying to get my license.
Okay, what's going on with your license?
I don't know. He said that Mr. Yancey said that that ticket has been gone, but it's still there.
Which ticket?
It's the one I've been telling you about. It's showing the picture.
Okay, Mr. Reed. Well, I'm sorry, Miss Wright. Let me interrupt you for 1 second. Mr. Fikens, how can we work with Miss Wright so that we can get her squared away to get her license? She's been with us some time now.
Yes, if we can get a copy of her SOS and a copy of the ticket that she says is holding up.
We've done that once or twice. And I think we've done everything we can. I'm not sure what, only thing that was I'm sorry, Kenneth Yancey on behalf of Sobriety Court. Your Honor, the only thing that was holding her up, I don't have the ticket number, was a reinstatement fee that she had to, it was something that she had to pay the Secretary of State. We had done everything. So I'm not sure what's the hold up. I don't know. I don't believe it's on our part, but we can triple check if you would like us to.
Yeah. Mr. Reed, what were you going to say?
We had reviewed Ms. Wright's SOS before, And I believe there was something on there that needed to be abstracted to the Secretary of State. And then there was a $45 reinstatement fee.
Paid.
I think we had done everything. Mr. Wright, why is the Secretary of State saying, what are they saying? I'm not sure what's going on.
I didn't bring the paper with me, but it's they're saying it's a drug crime fee, and it's holding up my license is something that I cannot pay.
Well, that's not on our end then. That's on your end. What's a drug crime fee? How much is the fee?
It's not, I don't know. I tried to get an amount, and there's no amount. She said it's something that I need to take care of at the courthouse.
All right. Ms. Drew, can we make sure that all of the tickets that are a part of Ms. Wright? Okay. Can we make sure that all of the tickets that are a part of Ms. Wright's drug treatment court contract, that it indicates that she is allowed to pay her reinstatement?
Yes, ma'am. I will.
We need to do it on all 4 of them.
I do it on all, okay?
That's the only thing I can think of, Mr. Fikes and Mr. Reed. That may be what the court can do, is to allow her to pay the reinstatement.
I also believe that Mr. Reed is correct, that and kind of jarred my memory that it might be a reporting requirement that the court abstract something. Now I don't remember what that was, but we have to look at that again and find out what the court might have to abstract to get that money.
Okay, how can you all find that out then?
We would, Mr. Reed and I will discuss this after court, and we'll ask Ms. Drew for documentation we need and things like that, Judge.
All right. Okay.
Sorry.
Give me 1 second. Let's work to get that done so that she can get her license restored. Miss Wright?
Okay.
In the beginning, when I first got put on probation, you know, when I got caught with heroin, and so I remember you telling me if I completed drug court that would like go away, that I wouldn't be charged with it.
That it would be dismissed, but you haven't completed drug treatment court yet.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
you're
we
not
need-
completed. A completion is a completion, meaning
Right.
you graduated. So we're not there yet.
Okay.
Show her the other. How long do we have on that?
Could you give me like how much longer? Or?
I don't have a date, a projected date. I know that Mr. Yancey, we've staffed, and so no, I don't have a specific date.
Your Honor, if I might add, Ms. Wright, there's no relationship between your license and the ending of this case. You need to know that. There is some glitch that's holding that up that we're going to try to figure out. Okay, so it has nothing to do with your end date at all. That I do know.
Okay.
But we'll figure that out, and we'll get an answer to you through your case manager. Okay.
All right. And I also I'm still getting this ticket in the mail. I just got it 2 days ago. It says it's disorderly conduct.
Show the.
I've been telling you about it, and I
see on the screen. Can you read the ticket number?
Ticket number U48743418.
That ticket should be on your drug treatment court contract, Ms. Drew. Yep, and it's not on my docket. It should be on her drug treatment court contract.
What the?
Now, let me ask this question. Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikes, it's a 2018. Has there been a plea on that particular matter?
I don't know. I'd have to see the ROA.
Judge,
You sure don't know if Tanya doing everything is my thoughts.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Speak what you said, darn. She says it seems like Tanya's doing her end and we're humbly asking for help.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to
Thank
make
you.
sure. Oh, okay.
Sure.
All right. Ms. Drew, are you able to tell me if there's a plea on that particular case?
I need the case number, Judge, because I don't see any open but 3 cases.
All right, let me give you the case number.
Yeah.
It's U
Uh-huh.
487-434-18.
Thank you. Okay, let's see. Oh, they're trying to, oh yeah, I do see it. Yeah. Okay, what do I need to do with this right here, Judge?
I'm asking you, is it disposed
It's
of?
open.
I mean,
No,
so there's
it's
no plea
open.
on the case?
Yes, it is a plea on there. He's pled guilty on 3/13/2019.
Right, and so it should be on her drug treatment court contract.
Yes, it should. Yes, it should. I'm about to add it right now. I don't know why it's not on today. It's 4. I don't. Okay, I'm adding it to the docket, Judge. You want me to add it to the docket? It is added. It's just not on today. Well,
I need you to add it to the docket. I need to make sure it's a part of her drug treatment court contract, because she should not be getting any notices about that ticket. If it says that it's in default or in warrant status or anything, let's remove that, because she shouldn't be getting anything on that ticket.
Okay.
All right.
Updated.
All right. So, Miss Wright, I know we've kind of been all around the mulberry bush, so let me make sure you know where we are. The ticket that you were receiving in the mail, you should not be receiving that. It is a part of your drug treatment court contract. I have that in my notes, and so that's where it should be. And so you can discard that part of it. With respect to your driver's license, not completing drug treatment court has nothing to do with you getting your driver's license. So because we have people get their driver's license all the time while they're in the program with us, which is the preference of this court. And so what I would like to do is have Mr. Ficus indicated that he would look at it to see if there is an issue on our side that we need to fix. And we'll make sure that it gets fixed. Okay. Also, Ms. Drew will make sure that on all of the cases, including the one that's added today, that it indicates that you are allowed to pay your reinstatement fees in order to get your driver's license. And so that should assist us as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. We're gonna do it until we get it right. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
All right. Wonderful. Mr. Yancey, what do you want to tell me about Miss Wright?
Yes, Your Honor. She's in phase 3. The last thing she did was she completed arms. The last arms we did, I think that was in October. Other than that, she's in Hope House 2. Still screening, so she's still doing pretty well, Your Honor.
All right, very good. And so you went to the sobriety weekend, or did you do it online, Miss Wright? Right?
I'm sorry?
Did you go to the sobriety weekend? Did you physically go?
Yeah.
All right, tell me, how did you do? How was it?
It was okay. We did a little nature walk. We did some games outside, trying to figure out with others how you get to the solution. And we had some groups. Yep.
All right, very good. Tell me something you learned.
How to work well with others. More.
How to what? I'm sorry, say it again.
How to deal with situations, with other people.
Okay.
How to make it happen better.
Was that a little difficult for you?
No. It was just a large group there, so it was kind of like, eh.
Okay. But you did it. You did it. Very good. What did you learn about the substances that brought you
Yeah, I
into the
did.
program?
Mhm.
What did you learn about the substances that brought you into this program?
Everything I'm supposed to do.
Very toxic for you. It's not a way to be. You're better than that. You deserve more than that.
May 19.
Yes, you definitely do.
I didn't
Did you
start.
learn anything about what it does to your body, to your brain, to your heart, all of those things? Did they talk about that at all?
No, not really.
No? Okay.
I mean, I'm trying to remember. It was way back in October. Then we had like different groups. I mean, she might have. I can't remember everything was having groups about.
All right. So it's been a minute since
Uh-huh.
yeah, I understand. I can't even beat you up for that, Miss Wright. Sometimes that's hard for me to remember yesterday. Somebody tried to tell me something I said yesterday. I'm like, what, yesterday? Get out of here. Yeah. All
I
right.
know.
All right. I know that you're looking to transition. Mr. Yancey, we talked a little bit about that. You were going to get some information to me about what it looks like at Hope House 2. And we were
Yes.
going to staff and determine where do we go from here as far as Miss Wright is concerned. Because Miss Wright has been with us since when, Mr. Yancey?
Your Honor, since March 14th of 2019.
Right. So we're coming up on 24 months in a blink, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
So we talked about that in staffing. So Ms. Wright, I'm going to ask for your patience while Mr. Yancey get the information and bring it to the team, because we make team decisions, or they make a recommendation to me as a team. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Are you good with that?
That's fine. Yeah.
All right. Very good. You are in phase 3. So that means that I won't see you again. It'll be a face-to-face, but if we need to change it to something else, we certainly can. Mr. Yancey will let me know. But I won't see you again until December 10th. And actually,
December
that'll be a face-to-face with Mr. Yancey. December 10th.
Okay.
But I'm sure you all will be talking and working together before that. So December 10th may turn into a court date. I don't know right now. But we have it as a face-to-face for December 10th at 9 o'clock with Mr. Yancey. Okay? Uh-oh. Did I lose you?
Yep.
Okay. There you go. Anything else that I need to know about Miss Wright?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Yancey, thank you. I don't
No,
know if I lost
I'm
Miss
here.
Wright. Where is she? There she is. Okay, Miss Wright. All right, I want you to take care. Keep up the great work that you're doing. Mr. Yancey will get me the information I asked for in staffing, and then we'll be back together. If not December 10th, I know you'll do the face-to-face with him, but we're looking at where do we go from here with you, okay?
Okay.
All right, very
Yep.
good. I want you to have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I'll see you in December. All right, she froze up. Okay.
Damn it. You as well. You as well.
All right. Okay. Take care. Thank you for being here today. Make sure you tell Miss Sandy I said hello and I saw her, and tell her thank you for all the work you all do. All right. Very good. I am moving on. I need to check. Good morning, Mr. Griffin. I see you.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right. I think that everything else I have left is a part of another specialty court. And so, yes. You all are good. I've excused you. Thank you.
We have a couple more Judge Holmes here this morning.
Sorry, I don't have them on my. I'm sorry. Who Who else do you have this morning?
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Kimberly McElligay, representing Stanford House. I have in front of
You're fading in and out.
me Carolyn Benjamin, who has an active warrant in front of you, the Zoom for a drug court, because it's pending for a job.
Oh,
we could
no,
just
then
make her a
she's
court
not
date.
on my
Could we just make her a
docket.
court date and lift the warrant?
I have no idea about what this is about. And so, Mr. Reed, Mr. Ficus, I don't know if you all want to go into a breakout room and figure it out and call Miss Drew. I don't know.
Is she in drug court? Does she have who's a case manager?
No, she has a warrant, 36 district.
She's not in drug
She's in 30, she's just in warrant. Right, she's just in warrant status. We just needed to set her a court date for any judge. You know, if you put her in a pool or keep her with you, or whatever. She's in warrant status, but we got her a job pending starting tomorrow.
Hold on, Miss Sandy, it doesn't work that way. I need Mr. Griffin, or I'm sorry, Mr. Reed, maybe you can go in a breakout room, find out what the charge is. Miss Drew, find out who the judge is, what the terms and conditions are of the warrant, because I'm not going to set aside another judge's warrant. That I would be very angry and disappointed if another judge did it to me. So, Mr. Reed, would you like to go, or Mr. Fikens? Who wants to go in the breakout room?
I'll be happy to go, Judge.
All right, very good. I'll do that now. You are going to get an invitation. It will be to breakout room number 3. That would be Attorney Fikens as well as Hope Stanford House.
I'm going to look at the drug screen first. Sure can.
All right, very good. Please accept the invitation.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. And so I just wanted to make sure that everything else that I have is a part of the mental health court. And so I think that it is. So Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, Mr. Yancey, I'm going to release you all, but I do need someone from drug treatment court, I guess, to stand by, because I don't know what's going on with this Benjamin matter. And also, Pamela Charles is supposed to come on from the jail. Miss Drew, they have not dialed in yet. Is that correct? You all are muted.
That is correct, Judge. I just hung up the phone with Deputy Fronte, and he's about to go ahead and try and get her on. I called earlier again. They, you know.
And I'll take care of that. I'll take care of Ms.
You'll take care of that one. Okay, before I go to the other matters, I want to call the remainder of my docket. I have you 510-95019 for Zam Ku, was scheduled for an arraignment on the bench warrant. Ms. Drew, did that individual post a bond?
Let me check. Okay. Yes, ma'am. He posted a $500 cash bond.
And he didn't show up today. All right, CAFIUS will be issued, and the bond is set at $500 cash or surety. He needs to get a court date, another court date. All right, you'll have to come in and do it. I have Alan Combs, 05-385-951. Where's Mr. Combs today?
Right, he was supposed to be on today. I don't see him or his attorney on today.
Yana, we did his case about a week ago. You assigned him to have an alcohol assessment and regular probation, even though you assigned him to regular probation. I have had contacts with Mr. Combs. I sent him to jams. He's screening. I think he's just waiting for probation to get with him, but I'm not sure why he had a back-to-back court hearing.
I think I gave him a date. I put this in as just a placement holder to make sure he didn't fall through the cracks. I was going to give him 30 days out because I think his probation order says that he's supposed to see the court every 30 days.
Yes.
Yes, because I've talked to him as recently as Friday, and I can intermittently keep up with him until probation grabs him, but I can contact him at any time if it's something, if it's a new date, if to make sure he gets his assessment, whatever you want me to do.
All right, thank you, Mr. Yancey. If you could do that, but I'd also like you to let somebody in probation know they need to pick up this case. I don't want him just hanging out there. That's not
Yes, I talked.
acceptable. And
I talked to
you
Mr.
shouldn't have to take on extra workload for it.
Mhm.
So I'm going to adjourn, not adjourn. Yeah, I'm going to schedule him for review 30 days from today. And so that would put him out for 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put him on this. Wait, is that right? Today is the 12th. It would be December 10th, 2020 at 9:00 a.m. That would be his review day. Thank you, Mr. Yancey.
I'll let him know.
All right, wonderful. Thank you. I also have on my docket Floyd Gibbons, case number 13063109001. Who had Mr. Gibbons' case? That's Mr. Yancey.
Yes, Your Honor, I did talk to him this morning. And I want to have him come back on the 10th also because he's phase 3.
All right, so he'll come back December. He did a face-to-face. He'll return to see me on December 10th, 2020. I'll schedule it for 9:00 a.m. Thank you, Mr. Yancey. I also have Marquel Todd. I have the following matters: SP 100-60802, SP 961-8881, case number 1905880-901 for Marquel Todd. Mr. Griffin?
Your Honor, he'll be on tomorrow. I was supposed to be off tomorrow, so we had, he's originally a Friday case. I was supposed to take furlough, but I took the furlough day earlier this week, so we put him back for Friday.
Okay, Ms. Drew, if you could put
Yes,
him on
ma'am.
my docket for tomorrow, which is November 13th, yes. All right, very good. And Mr. Griffin, make sure that we've requested that information on his MAT for me, okay?
Okay, Your Honor, I'll call as soon as I leave the courtroom.
Okay. Ms. Drew, other than
Yes.
the people that are on, I have Howard Matthews, I have Walker, and I have Beard. Are there any other people that are on my docket who have not called?
I see a Brandon Smith.
That was supposed to be an intake.
New contracts.
Where is Mr. Smith?
He hasn't shown up. I've talked to him 3 times, interviewed him, made sure he had the right Zoom number. He was apprehensive about coming into drug court. He totally knew it was this morning at 9:00.
All right, thank you, Ms. Drew. If you
Yes.
could, I have to do an authentication to get the docket from you. Give me 1 second. Let's see, for Mr. Smith, I don't see Mr. Smith on my docket. Oh, yes, I do. I'm sorry. Here it is. You gave me an updated docket. It's case number 200-559-5001 for Brandon Smith. He's failed to appear, charged with police officer assault. And so is that what he's charged with?
Yes, attempt assault, police officer assault, resisting arrest.
He's a referral from Judge Bryant, Judge.
All right, thank you very much. All right, KPS is going to issue. It is a remand to Judge Holmes. Please make sure that it indicates that no one should be reducing my bond at all. He must see me.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
All right, very good. And then Mr. Yancey, if you could, I still want to, because he was a referral from Judge Bryant, I still want you to do the warrant, Mr. Yancey.
Okay.
And send it through the channels, because they need to go and get him. He doesn't have the option of not coming to court. All right. Ms. Drew, is that it for my docket, other than the people who have joined us?
Yes, ma'am, that's the total docket, yes.
All right, very good. I need to go in recess just for a few moments. We've been going since 9. I need just a quick break, and then I'll be ready to call the remainder of my docket. Thank you so much.
Your Honor, how long? How long
Look at
is
my
the
face.
Oh. How long is your
I just need about 10 minutes, Mr.
No,
Griffin.
you
Can
take
I
whatever
have
time
10
you
minutes?
need. You take whatever time you need. I just want to know when it's time to come back. I didn't want you all looking for me.
10 minutes, Mr. Griffin, 10 minutes.
10:55. 10:55. I log back in, Your Honor.
No, 10:56 now, since I had to stop and explain to you how long I need a break. All right, y'all, court is in recess.
Mr. Fikens?
Yes, Mr. Reed.
Oh, you're back. Okay.
We're still live, by the way, just so you know.
Okay, I'm gonna be respectful. The judge indicated that we had a jailer, a Camilla.
Oh,
Pamela Charles. Yeah.
Yes.
They're trying to get her on.
They're trying to get her on.
Is she a drug
She's been
court?
gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's been gone for almost 2 years. You don't remember her?
The name, is that yours, Mr. Griffin?
No, it wasn't mine. I think it was Miss Randolph or whatever, but she the one that hopped out of the car at Naomi's Nest and took off. So she's been gone for almost 2 years.
2 years? Okay, 2 years. Okay. All right. I just didn't, the name was familiar, but I didn't know whether she was a recent or 10 years ago. Okay.
No, she signed her contract in 2017.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Yes.
Mr. Reed? Can you hear me, Mr. Reed?
Yes, I can. Yes.
I'm gonna send you a message in the chat.
Mr. Griffin is back. Did you see Mr. Griffin? Attorney Griffin?
I have not yet. I just tried to call him.
He's he logged into the courtroom. He talked to the judge. The judge went into recess for 10 minutes and he said he would be back at 10:56. So
Okay, do you want me to have him meet with the client then?
he probably should talk to Ms. Howard if he's gonna appear on her behalf. He probably has more background information about it than I have.
Okay. All right. I tried to reach out to him, and I'll continue to try to reach out to him.
Yeah, he logged into the courtroom and then
All right. Just in case I can't get a hold of him, I'm gonna send this to you.
I'll be around. I'll be around.
Okay.
Miss Sandy, have you talked to Miss Benjamin about drug treatment court? I can't hear you, I'm sorry.
Mr. Fikens,
Yes,
can you hear me?
no.
You can't hear me? I like the way you responded. I pulled up do you remember discussing Miss Wright?
Vaguely.
It's the ROA. She pled guilty in front of Judge King. Then by mistake, something happened. And in June, the court ordered that the reinstatement fee be waived because it was written in error. And we kept talking about that, getting abstract to Lansing.
Okay.
That may be the problem.
Yeah, we'd have to,
Again, every time Miss Wright comes online, she talks about the driver's license.
Right.
And every time we have the same discussion.
Correct. Well, I'd like to solve that. And I think it is an abstract problem. I vaguely remember that.
I could call over to Lisa across the traffic and check it out and get her a license check. Y'all want me to do that?
Please, that'd be great.
Okay, I'll do that. Okay. See if they need an abstract.
It's Miss Wright's drug case from 2018.
Mm-hmm. There's no reinstatement fees on any other cases.
The SOS is showing, well, maybe I need an updated SOS. The SOS I was looking at, showed that there was a suspension on the 2018 case.
Oh, okay. I'll check. I'm going to Lisa across the hall.
And we think it's true that it has to be abstracted to the Secretary of State.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and call Lisa in traffic, get that abstracted.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The removal of the reinstatement fee.
How are you? Yes, one moment.
All right, are you all able to hear me?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, wonderful. Court is back in session, Mr. Griffin. I'm back in session. All right, very good. There was one thing, Mr. Fikens, were you able to find out any information on Miss Benjamin? Because I need to continue to work my docket for my scheduled cases.
Yes, very briefly, Judge. Miss Benjamin is at Hope House. They're muted right now, but it appears that she pled guilty. She has a warrant. She's in front of Judge Bryant, and she needs to go back to Judge Bryant to assist her in that program.
And what was the charge, Mr. Fikens?
Obtaining property under false pretenses, Your Honor, was pled down to a misdemeanor.
Okay. All right. And so, and she's in, does it say why she's in warrant status?
She did not complete probation.
Did not complete probation. So, the best thing that I can do, she would have to go back to Judge Bryant. And so the best thing that I can do, I believe that Judge Bryant is going to be resuming her docket on Monday. And so the best I can do is put her on Judge Bryant. Well, no, let's do this. I can do better. Miss Drew, call Miss Judge Bryant's clerk to find out what's the next court date where I can put her on the docket.
Okay, can I get her full name, please?
Carolyn Elaine Benjamin.
Carolyn. Okay. He's like, oh, okay, I see it. Thank you. Call right now.
All right, very good. So that's the best that I can do is put you on Judge Bryant's docket for Monday. Well, let's see, but I need to keep moving because I have scheduled cases this morning. So thank you for your patience. And when Ms. Drew gets an answer, I'll come back and give you that date, okay?
Thank you, Judge. We'll wait.
All right. All right, wonderful. Thank you for your patience. I'm ready on Miss Howard Matthews. And Mr. Griffin, have you had an opportunity to speak with any of your clients that are on this morning?
Not yet, Your Honor.
Okay, who do you want to speak to first?
I guess we have Miss Matthews, and I can talk to Miss Matthews. I just see her first, and then I can talk to Miss Beard. I see her next.
All right, and then what happened with Miss Walker? Miss Walker was on, and she's not here anymore.
I do not know, Your Honor. I
Okay.
don't see Miss Walker.
Stafford House is coming back on, Your Honor. I wonder if they're going to bring her on.
No, they don't have her. All right.
Okay.
So let's do Miss Howard Matthews, and then you can go in the breakout room with Miss Beard. I have the following case for Miss Howard Matthews, 1-800-458-3601. Miss Howard Matthews, if you could unmute yourself and state your full name for the record, please.
Regina Howard Matthews.
All right. Good morning, Miss Howard Matthews.
Good morning.
Okay. Why are you in my courtroom this morning?
That's what I was told. Is I was drinking on Monday from 4 to 6. That's what, you know, the judge and well, not the judge, but what the attorney had told me. So I'm not understanding why I'm even in here. And they said that I was tampering with my tether. So
Now, Miss Matthews, Miss Howard Matthews, you know we've been down this road before, right? As a matter of
Yes,
fact,
ma'am.
we were on this road on October 28th, 2020, where you no-showed for a couple of tests. Then you had a positive, and then you had some, I believe we've already addressed before that there was some tampering, if I'm not mistaken, right, Mr. Lorenz?
Yes, Your Honor. We've been addressing the no-show, consistent no-shows. She's been negative. She's had some negative screens in the past, but then she missed several tests, came back, she was negative, and then she turned around and had an alcohol screen on 10/26. We had a hearing on 10/28 where you had put the alcohol tether on her, Your Honor. You made an accommodation for her not being able to get to ATS by sending her to Team Wellness 1 time a week. She would also meet with Deja 2 times a week. And then she also needed to continue doing her AA, her 12-step program. Right now, she's only turned in 3 AA meetings since last court hearing. The exact statement from house arrest, Your Honor, is that on 11/9 from 5:17
That
p.m.
November 9th, I'm sorry, November.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I got to get in the habit of always saying the name and not numbers. November 9th, 2020 at 5:17 p.m. Is when the obstruction started. The obstruction kept going on until 11:24 p.m. on November 9th, 2020. During that time, she kept registering for alcohol in her system. They state that, please be advised, though, that the presence of the obstruction may have lessened the amount of alcohol that was able to be read from her system. So when it started at 0.015. It went down to 0.007, but then went back up again to 0.041, 0.011, 0.018, 0.013, and 0.010, and then stopped for that day because it was midnight. But again, Your Honor, they said that because of the obstruction, they couldn't get an accurate reading. I have talked while we were in recess. Just before that, I talked to Deja and Dr. Osa. They actually recommend that she go into residential treatment due to the potential use of alcohol while on tether. However, my recommendation would be that we hold that part of the recommendation in abeyance, and she could continue with her treatment. The only reason why I say that is because they also said that they do not have a rapport with her, that they're still building that rapport with her. So they do need more time, but they said basically because she tested positive for alcohol with a tether on, that is the recommendation for residential treatment. If she were not to go into residential today, I would ask that she be ordered to do 2 AA sessions a day minimum.
Well, she's not doing what I've asked her to do now, Mr. Lorenz.
Yes, Your Honor.
So adding more things for her to do doesn't seem like a response, a good response, at least from not from this court. If you're not doing if she's not doing what I've asked her to do, I'm not gonna, and I significantly reduced her load. And now we're still having issues. Adding something to it is not going to put her in compliance.
Yeah, sure. And the only reason why I was considering that was just because of her children. Because she doesn't have, she's always talked about not having the proper care, so I wanted to take that into consideration, Your Honor. But I do understand where you're coming from.
Great, thank you. Mr. Griffin?
Yes, Your Honor. I still would like to talk to her, like I said, in the breakout session.
Oh, I thought you said you talked to her and you wanted to do her case.
Oh, no.
My apologies.
No problem. I know she did speak briefly with one of the other attorneys, but I wanted to talk to her just for a second.
All right, no problem. And so, Mr. Griffin, I need you to understand, we've been down this road already with your client, and she's in denial. Let me tell you, that alcohol tether is not lying on her, making up results, or anything to that effect. So if she's not going to be honest about her position, then she needs to go residential. And we'll find placement for her children. We'll hopefully find her residential placement where her children can go with her. That's always my number one goal. Okay. But she's got a tether on, still testing positive, still tampering, and it's not going to work. I have significantly reduced what her require. I don't know what you find funny, but you better mute that phone, because if I'm not going to laugh at it, it's going to cause you some problems. Let me go back to you, Mr. Griffin. And so I have significantly reduced the requirements for her program. She's still not in compliance. There's nothing more I can do for her if she's not going to be honest about where she is, so that we can get her the help that she needs. Otherwise, it'll get real honest and a real wake-up call, because she'll be in jail or in residential. Those are the options right there. So let me have you talk to her. So Ms. Howard Matthews, you and Mr. Griffin will get an invitation to go to breakout room number 4. Please make sure you accept it.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, there you go. Girl, she running that mouth. I need to stop. All right, very good. I'm not certain that there are any other. I need you to accept the invitation, Ms. Howard Matthews. All right. And so with respect to Stanford House, because I don't think there's anybody else that we can do right now, the only thing I have left is for Miss Benjamin and Miss Drew. Did we get a date that she can appear on Judge Bryant's docket?
No, we did not. Judge Bryant is on vacation today. No one is in the courtroom. We can schedule and I can notify, but there's no clerk in there. I don't. She's off today, Judge Bryant.
Okay. All right. Wonderful. Thank you. Let's put her on for Monday.
Okay.
Just so that, and then somebody will have to see her docket for Monday. Does she have a Monday docket, Judge Bryant?
Let me check, Judge. Let me double check. Okay, and that's for Monday. What's the Monday? 23rd. Yes, she does, Judge.
All right. Let's put Miss Benjamin on for Monday, November 16th, 2020, and do it for 8:30, because Judge Bryant starts at 8:30, I believe. So schedule it for 8:30 so there are no issues. And so, Miss Sandy, I hope that you were able to hear that she'll go to court on Monday. Yes.
Judge, I'm sorry. Can we, I think Tuesday will be, oh no, speaking on. Okay, because I see one person on Monday. And it's just, she might not have a docket on Monday.
Okay, what about Tuesday?
Yeah, Tuesday is good. Tuesday is a full, is a docket, yes.
All right, let's put her on for Tuesday. And someone make sure Miss Sandy gets that information. Whoever has
Okay.
clients at Hope House, that Miss Benjamin will appear before Judge Bryant on Tuesday and make sure she gets the dial-in information for Judge Bryant. Okay?
And Your Honor, if I might, just to speed things along, because I know Hope House has been having some difficulties communicating. If you would like to send us both into a breakout room, I'll give them the details. If Ms. Drew can give me Judge Bryant's dial-in number for Tuesday morning.
Okay, Miss Drew, can you do that? So when they come back, I can just put them in the breakout room?
I'm sorry,
My bad.
is it okay if, Officer Floyd, do y'all know I'm on the phone with the jail?
All right.
Stand for house back on, Judge.
339. 339. Sorry about that. We have Pamela,
And I would just need to know Judge Bryant's courtroom number. I know the rest.
339. 339.
Thank you. Judge, that's all the information I need.
Miss Sandy.
Miss Sandy?
Miss Sandy?
We did not get that Zoom number, sir.
Can
we get that Zoom number again?
360-339-0000.
Thank
That's
you.
gonna be Judge Bryant, and it's gonna be Tuesday, November the 17th at 8:30.
Tuesday the 17th, 8:30.
November 17th, 8:30, Judge Bryant, 360-339-0000.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Griffin. All right. I have to, Mr. Griffin is in another breakout room, and he's the attorney for our specialty court. I don't have any other matters other than I think the jail is trying to get Pamela Charles on. So otherwise I would release you all.
No problem, Judge.
Okay.
Yes, Judge.
Hope Court.
I'm gonna mute you all. All right. Okay. All right. We are going to just be on a quick recess until Attorney Griffin joins us.
Yes, Judge.
Miss Sandy? Miss Sandy? Hey, how you doing? You can log off.
We have another mental health court, excuse me, a specialty court participant that is also, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Hello?
We can hear you, Mr. Griffin.
Okay. I believe did we ever get Miss Walker back or no?
Yes, Miss Walker is right there. She's muted. It says Hope Stanford House.
Oh, but Miss Walker, that's for Attorney Fikens and right? Is that the one?
No, the one that says Hope Stanford House. There's a bunch of young ladies that come on at one time, and that's Miss Walker on the left there on that screen.
Right, but I'm saying, would that be my client, Miss Walker?
Yes, that would be your
Okay.
client. Yep.
You need to go in breakout room with Miss Walker as well.
And for the judge, my question is, would you like for me just to talk with each person in the breakout room and then we do them
Let's
all
do that.
together?
Yes,
Okay.
let's do that.
All right.
So who
thank
would you
Yes.
like in the breakout room next?
Miss Beard, Your Honor.
Okay. And Miss Walker's case will go after. Actually, yeah. Okay. Let's do Miss Beard. Miss Beard, I am going to ask you to start your video. Did I lose Miss Beard? Miss Beard?
It's so dark. I
Yeah.
think that's
Miss Beard, good morning to you. You're muted.
Good morning. Can you see me?
I can now. All right, Miss Beard, I'm going to send you to a breakout room with Attorney Griffin, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Wonderful. And so you all will get an invitation to go to breakout room number 5 for Miss Beard and Attorney Griffin. Please accept the invitation.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And then Mr. Lorenz or Miss Branch, is Miss Walker on my docket because she's got some issues today?
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning, Your Honor. Good afternoon. Good morning. Yes, Your Honor. We did have a few discrepancies with Ms. Walker recently. And
All
she
right.
also has some concerns that she wanted to address with you as well.
Okay, I need her to have the opportunity to speak with the attorney. And I don't know if she would be willing to have Mr. Reed or Mr. Fikens help the attorney out just for purposes of continuing the flow of the docket, or if either of them would have a problem with doing it. Mr. Fikens, you wouldn't have a problem with doing it? You're muted.
Am I unmuted now?
Yes, you are. No problem?
I have no problems, Judge.
All right. Miss Walker, do you have a problem with talking with Mr. Fikens as opposed to Mr. Griffin?
No,
All right. How are you today, Sharkay Walker?
I'm fine. I'm doing good.
I'm not happy to see you in my courtroom early, so that makes me think something's wrong.
No, I don't think nothing's wrong.
All right, let's have you, Miss Branch, I'm gonna send you in that breakout room with them first, and then you can remove yourself. Okay, I'm sending you an invitation. It is going to be the breakout room number 6.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We'll say it on the bottom just
Sure, I'm doing it right. Yes, it'll be breakout room 6. Please accept the invitation. All right. And I think that way we'll take care of everybody at one time. So thank you for your patience, Ms. Howard Matthews. As soon as Mr. Attorney Griffin returns, we'll start proceeding.
All right. Charles, come on, man. Let's stand right here. State your name.
Pamela Charles.
Ms. Charles?
Yes, Attorney Reed.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's been a long time.
It has been.
How are you doing? Are you okay?
I'm doing my best.
Okay. We missed you.
I know you did. I didn't miss you. But I know it's time for me to clear this up, and I'm in a position where I can do that now.
Right. Well, I'm gonna need to talk to you in private, but we'll wait for the judge to come back on.
Okay.
Mr. Reed, are we ready?
Hello, Judge?
Charles?
Yes, Judge. Miss Charles is in the detention.
Yes. All right. Miss Drew, could you give me a case number for Miss Charles, please?
Yes, ma'am. Calling case number 17044-12401. Defendant is Pamela Charles.
And I'm sorry, what's the underlying charge?
Operating while visibly impaired.
All right. Thank you, Miss Drew.
You're welcome.
Miss Charles, please state your name for the record.
Pamela Ann Charles.
Okay. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Judge Holmes.
All right. Mr. Reed?
Yes, Judge. Jesse Reed, Drug Court Defense Attorney, P 23863, on behalf of Miss Charles. Your Honor, if I may address the court, Ms. Charles was previously a member of Drug Treatment Court. She's been capious for about 2 years from what I've been told. She has been picked up. I would like to have her case brought to staffing so that we can talk about her and maybe get her a future court date to appear in Zoom courtroom.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Griffin. Anything you'd like to add?
I don't know if you need any case or anything like that, Your Honor. I do have the file.
So you can brief us on her case history. I want to know how long she's been gone.
Okay, Your Honor. A brief history. Your Honor, she signed her contract with us on July 19th of 2017. She had an 18-month contract. She absconded from Drug Treatment Court. A warrant was signed by Your Honor on June the 29th of 2018. So she's been in warrant status since June the 29th of 2018.
Got it. All right. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Mr. Griffin. And so, Ms. Charles, what I'm going to do is I'm going to schedule you to come back before the court, and we'll determine what we're going to do going forward, whether that will be just have you do your time on the underlying charge, or whether or not you want to complete the program. We'll make a determination as to that. Anytime that she's going to be awaiting that hearing date will count toward a sanction for Drug Treatment Court. And so I am going to bring Miss Charles back. Today is the 13th. She will come back to see me on the 30th of November, November 30th, 2020. I'm going to mark that down. Note for my consideration. Ms. Charles, do you have any medical conditions that I need to make sure the jail is aware of by marking your file medical?
Yes, I do. I brought all of my medication with me.
Okay, I don't need to know what they are. No. I don't need to know what they are. I will make sure that the clerk, Ms. Drew, please mark her committal information, the document for the jail, mark at medical. Make sure that it is also stamped Drug Treatment Court. Indicate that this is counting toward a sanction, and I'll see her on the 30th, and we'll determine where we're going from there. Okay?
Okay. Yes,
anything else for me, Mr. Reed?
No, Judge. Thank you. I'm glad the file is marked medical. Thank you, Judge.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Mr. Griffin, anything else for me?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. All right, Miss Charles, I'll see you on the 30th, okay?
Okay, will I still be here?
Yes, you will be. Yes,
I
ma'am.
have an SSI hearing on the 18th, and it's going to determine whether or not they will start to pay me. And
I
then I'm supposed
understand
to have,
that. So you want to tell that to the staff at the Wayne County Jail and see if they can make arrangements for you to participate by way of Zoom, okay? Just like you did on today. Okay?
sure, okay.
All
Judge,
right. Thank
I would also, if she has an attorney representing her on this SSI hearing, she should let her attorney know that she is in custody. I don't know if she has an attorney or not, but if you have an attorney representing you on the hearing, let them know you're in custody. Thank you, Judge.
All right. Did you hear that, Miss Charles?
Not clearly.
Okay, Mr. Reed.
I can't hear you, Judge Holmes.
No? You all have a lot of background noise. Can everyone else hear me?
I can hear you now, Judge.
All right, Miss Charles, can you hear me?
You're going in and out. I hear you, but you're going in and out.
So I don't know if the deputy, Miss Drew, let's do it this way.
Yes.
Call
Okay.
Deputy Giovanni and let him
Yes.
know that Mr. indicated that if Ms. Charles has an attorney representing her on her SSI case, that she needs to let that attorney know that she is in custody. Okay?
Okay, Judge. Yes, ma'am.
Make sure you call him and let him
I'll
know.
call right now.
And if the
Okay.
jail can hear me, thank you, Deputy Pavanchi, for working with us to
Okay,
get Miss
Judge.
Charles on the screen this morning. I appreciate you all. All right. If nothing else, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Oh, Attorney Reed, you said that we need to talk?
Not now. We'll talk when you come back.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Griffin, for coming back on to take care of that one.
No problem, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Griffin, the Attorney Griffin, what we doing?
Your Honor, I will say this: your audio was going. It was dipping even for me. So
Yeah, it's the computer, and I can take a second and log into my personal computer. I'm trying to use the court's material.
you're fine now, Your Honor. Like
Am I?
I can hear everything now. But it was when she was talking. I mean, when you were talking with the jail, it was dipping.
Okay.
Your Honor, if you could put me in the breakout room with with Miss Walker.
With Miss Walker, okay. Mr. Fikens is in there with her. We make the best of time.
Oh, good. Well, I don't need to be in the breakout room with her then.
All right. So are you ready on Miss Regina Howard Matthews?
I am, Your Honor.
All right, let's do it. Okay, Miss Howard Matthews, I'll ask you to unmute yourself for me. Okay, we are back on the record. And Miss Howard Matthews, I don't know if I asked you this earlier. Do you agree to have your hearing in our virtual courtroom?
Yes.
All right, wonderful. Mr. Griffin, what would you like me to know about Miss Howard Matthews, Attorney Griffin?
Yes, Your Honor. Again, Herman Griffin appearing on behalf of Ms. Howard Matthews, P77169. Your Honor, it's my understanding that Ms. Matthews had a positive test back in October 26, 2020. She then was placed on a alcohol tether by this court. She went in again, and she had on November 5th, 2020, a negative test. The positive test from the ankle monitor, we believe is alleged to have taken place on the 9th of November, along with an accusation of tampering with her ankle monitor. Ms. Howard Matthews has been adamant to me. She's indicated that she only drinks water. She only drinks pop. At most, she expressed to me where she received the pop that day. Your Honor, I can only ask the court to consider that she could have a faulty ankle monitor. She this is true, a possibility. I'm just asking about the possibility she could have a faulty ankle monitor. I don't know if there's I know there was problems with her going in to test, but she's been adamant to me, and I can only go off the information that my client gives me. And so I'm suggesting that this court consider that she may have a faulty ankle monitor. I did look at the ankle monitor. She can show the court in terms of potential like tampering with it. It seems like it still fits securely, but again, this is by video for me, and I don't want to testify on her behalf. She can testify to the court on that. So I was just asked the court to consider a faulty ankle monitor, and possibly, I know she said she's going in to test today. I'm not sure if she can get something that she blows into versus the ankle monitor. I'm not sure what would work.
They all detect alcohol at different levels. So, Attorney Griffin, you raised the issue about the monitor. So, yes, Mr. Lorenz, is she on the steel cuff monitor?
Yes, I do believe, Your Honor, it's steel cuff.
Okay. I need you to get Mr. Joel out today to change the monitor. Let's change the monitor, because I'm gonna be real comfortable when I do what I'm going to do. I'm gonna be real comfortable. I'm gonna sleep all night. I'm gonna be okay. All right. So
thank you, Judge.
I
I'll
want
make
to
that call
change.
today.
Make the call. Tell him Judge Holmes is calling in a favor. I need him to go today to switch out that monitor because there's an allegation that it may be defective. I need Ms. Howard Matthews to go and test on today with no excuses. She must test on today or we're going to pick her up. That's just how it's going to work, Attorney Griffin. So she must test on today. Let's find out if it's the monitor. I'm not even going to change the requirements that I reduced her to. She's going to continue her intensive outpatient treatment with Ms. Willis. She's also going, and Dr. Osa, she's going to continue to do her testing at Team Wellness because she has the medical transportation, and she's going to do her 12-step meetings. I'm not going to increase anything. But let me say this, Ms. Howard Matthews, let me be clear. If I get another report on this new monitor that they detect alcohol or that you have tampered, you're going to probably go to jail first, and then you're going to go to inpatient or residential treatment, okay? I'm not sure which order we're going to do it in, but I'm just telling you what's on the plate for you. If I get another report of monitor tampering or positive alcohol reporting. So I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. I've totally taken the whole entire basketball and put it in your court. And I've taken 10 steps back. I want to see what you're going to do. You already know what I'm going to do. When I take my 10 steps forward again, you know what I'm coming with. Jail and residential treatment. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Questions from me, from anybody?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Right. I need to give Ms. Matthews, Ms. Howard Matthews, a return to court date. I need that new tether done today. I need it done today. I need a test today.
Yes,
I'm
Your
going
Honor.
to give a return to court date, Mr. Lorenz. Would that return to court date be on, she was supposed to be on tomorrow? No, today is Thursday.
Originally, it was November 18th, Your Honor. Can I ask for her to return on November 25th at 10:30?
Yes, let's do that. November 25th, 2020 at 10:30 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Now, Ms. Howard Matthews, I know I don't sound very friendly, but I do want you to know I'm in your corner. I want you to succeed, but I need you to work with me. I need you to work with me. I'm not going to keep going in circles because it makes me dizzy. I don't like being dizzy. I need you to work with me. And if you're having some issues, that's what we're here for. Where my frustration comes in is when you're having an issue and you're not being honest about it. And now it impedes my ability to help you without locking you up, without putting you in treatment. And so, or in residential treatment. You impede my ability to see what works. And that I'm not going to tolerate. I'm not going to tolerate, not even one day. So I need you to work with us, okay? We're all on your team, but you need to work with us, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. I'll see you on the 25th.
All right, see you
Make
then.
yourself available for Mr. Joel to change that steel cup today.
I actually have transportation coming to pick me up in the next 20 minutes.
Okay.
Because I'm supposed to go and see Deja every Thursday at 1 o'clock.
All right. So Mr. Lorenz, let's see if Mr. Joel can go to Team Wellness and put that change out that monitor. I need it changed out today. By hook or crook, I need it changed out today.
Yes, Sharon, I will contact Mr. Joel, and I'll also make sure Miss Deja knows that she has to test today.
All right. Wonderful. Thank you so much. I'll see you on the 25th. If you need us before then, we're here. And we really want to help you, okay?
Okay.
All right. Very good. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Griffin.
And then we would have, I guess, Ms. Beard, Your Honor, when the court is ready.
I believe that Ms. Beard is after Sharkay Walker, and she is. She dialed in after Sharkay, so I need to do Sharkay's case right now. All right,
oh,
Ms.
okay,
Walker.
I see Ms. Walker. Okay.
I'm asking you to unmute for me. All right. All right, I can hear you now. State your name for the record.
Sharkay Lanisha Walker.
All right, Ms. Walker, you're in our virtual courtroom. Do you agree to have your hearing by way of Zoom?
Yes.
Wonderful. I have case number Z8072191 for Sharkay Walker. Ms. Walker, first, before I even get into the stuff that I don't even want to talk about, how are you doing? Just with everything that's been going on, you've got a lot going on in your world.
I'm trying to stay strong, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yes.
What are you doing to try to stay strong?
Coping, like really going, like just going to groups and
Get out of
stuff.
my courtroom without a shirt on. You have lost your everlasting mind. I don't know who Brandon Smith is, but somebody better get their client. They Ms. Walker. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
All right, wonderful. All right, Ms. Walker, so you're trying to stay strong. You're at Hope House. How is that working out for you? Or Stanford House, how's that working out?
It's all right, but I'm not comfortable here.
You're not comfortable? All right.
No.
So here's the thing. I've got a number of people that I'm seeing. I want to talk to Sharkay. I want to just talk to Sharkay right now. So if everybody can kind of give her some space, because I need to know what Sharkay is feeling. So can you all step back out of the camera and let me just have a conversation with Sharkay?
They've been freezing up, Judge, just to let you know.
All right, Mr. Lorenz, do you know what's going on?
Yes, Your Honor. So Miss Walker is feeling pretty alone and sad right now, and she feels like she really needs her family in her life. She also doesn't. She thought that the Stanford House was gonna do one thing for her, but she got there and it's not what she exactly was expecting. And she doesn't like the fact of having they have a buddy system there for a little while until the court and themselves feel it appropriate that they can be trusted to basically do a lot of things on their own. And so she's not liking that as well. Having to kind of like have someone to check into to make sure that she's not going to run or do things that, against the court's wishes. And so there's just a lot of emotions going on right now. She does
also have a positive test.
Yes, Your Honor. She had two of them. She had on 10/20, excuse me, I keep saying numbers, October 29th, the first day of her mother's funeral, she came back with a positive screen of THC. On October 22nd, there was a positive screen of 50.8 nanograms. She jumped up to 67.53 nanograms on October 29th. On October 30th, it did reduce down from 67 to 63 nanograms of THC, and then also was positive for alcohol in her system. And then now, and they just drug tested her today, and she's positive for THC, but that's an instant, so I don't have a level. Me and Miss Branch talked about her money issues because they need to switch everything from her mom into either her name or a different payee. So we're going to help pay for some of those drug tests, and we're going to pay to get a level, so we know exactly where she's at while in the treatment facility.
Okay.
I have reached out to Miss Willis. She's going to see her today, and Dr. Osa is going to see her today. They want her, because of the positive screens with her family, they want her to remain in transitional housing until they can, ascertain a better recommendation or continue with the same recommendation. Because she just got out of residential on November 10th.
Right, and then she used.
Well, the level could potentially still be from that, Your Honor. I don't know, and that's why we want to pay to get a level, just to confirm or support the levels that it's going down. But she did use at the funeral.
They smoke. Okay.
And she does admit that other people were smoking while there, but she denies any usage whatsoever, Your Honor.
Okay, well, we've been to training that dispels the whole myth that people test positive for marijuana by being contact. So we know that that's not true. The scientists have said so. People on the streets say different. But unfortunately, when they're in my courtroom, the scientists will always prevail. So I think we have some extenuating circumstances. However, I just got to get my little self together. 1 second. And I'm together. Okay. And so Miss Walker, can you hear me?
Yes, I put it on my phone.
All right, wonderful. So I was asking, I want to speak with Miss Walker, and I want to speak with her outside of the presence of everyone else. And so if I could have everyone else just step off, and let's I want Sharkey to have some privacy with at least the court, right?
Yes.
Are you where you can talk to me?
Yes.
All right. So, Ms. Walker, I've got some concerns.
I know.
You sat there in inpatient treatment and told me, I'm not going to smoke, I'm not going to drink, I'm not going to do all of these things.
Right, and I promised that to you. That's why when I got the opportunity to go see my mama at her ruin, I was only, my mind was set was on my family, my mother. It was not on, oh, I'm about to get the chance to smoke and drink, you know what I'm saying? Because I knew that I'm in treatment. Why would I, you helped me out. You took the GPS tether off of me. And when I left to go to the funeral and to the viewing, I didn't drink.
So Ms. Walker, it doesn't show up in your system unless you used it. You
Right.
Just being around people that smoke will not cause you to test positive. That
Right.
is a myth.
I know, but I always been honest with you, Ms. Holmes, through everything. And I feel like I'm not, I didn't. That was my 2 days to, to let y'all know that I can do this. You know what I'm saying? I can leave and, go see my family without picking up. But as everybody say, it looks like I have, but
here's my struggle. Here's my struggle though, Sharkey. I was just saying to Mr. Lorenz before you got back on that I think you have some extenuating circumstances. You are 22 years old and you have had some real challenges take place just even since you've been with me. And so I was willing to take that into consideration. But if you're saying you didn't use, but I've got a screening that says you does, then I've got a bigger issue than just extenuating circumstances.
It's
I've got a bigger issue.
You don't. I don't. I didn't. I know what I did, and I didn't do it.
Okay, nope, don't go there. Don't go there, because there's a bigger subject that I want to move to. There's something bigger. What is it about the house where you are that you're not comfortable with?
Okay, you know, the environment, the people that's here, you know, they good. They got their own problems and stuff, but I really want to be at peace. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and you know, the first day I got here, you know, they was, you know, nice to me and stuff like that. You know, some of them are older, and I understand that they going through stuff too, but I'm going through so much now. You know, when I came here, I was open-minded to, you know, see how it is, and I'm not comfortable. And you know, I went to the bathroom the other day, you know, and Miss Sandy called my case manager and basically told him I ran. You know what I'm saying? But I was in the bathroom, so that really hurted my feelings because I'm trying everything to do right, and it's just it's just too much on me right now. So I don't want that to happen. Like if I'm somewhere and I'm in the bathroom, she called my case manager saying I ran, and now I'm in jail, and you know, it's just too much.
No, we're not gonna read into it because you didn't go to jail. And even if Miss Sandy had called and said you ran, and she's erring on the side of caution, because that's something that she's been with me long enough to know that when people leave and they don't notify me immediately, I do not do well. I do not do well. And Miss Sandy knows that. So that's why she immediately called Miss Rives. But the problem got fixed. You did not go to jail or any of those things. And so I want you to stop thinking that, you know, the worst is going to happen. I believe that you need to be in an environment until we can get you a supervised environment, get you clean, get you where you're not testing positive for any substances. And then we can talk about taking gradual steps to get you back to home, you know, wherever home is going to be. I don't know if you're planning to be with your grandmother or if you're planning to be on your own. I'm not certain. But there are, I'm sorry.
I said I want to go to my grandma's house. She needs me, and I need her.
And I know that you do, and I know that she needs you as well. But here's the problem: you're testing positive, and you've not given me anything to work with.
Miss, I already told them, like when my mama died, I smoked, I drink until they came and got me that day when I was in the driveway, when the officer came and got me. You know what I'm saying? I was drinking, and I was drinking the whole time I was gone from y'all. I was smoking the whole time. I don't know if that's what it is, but those 2 days I went, I did not pick up. I was around it, but I didn't use, because you know, everybody, you know, is supporting me, and I don't need it. I don't need it. It's not, you know.
So here's what I want to think about, Miss Walker. Miss Willis and Dr. Osa, you're going to see them today. Is that correct?
I think so.
Yeah, right, Mr. Lorenz? I wrote that down in my notes. Okay, so
Yes,
you
Your
are
Honor.
going to see them today. I want them, Mr. Lorenz, to have some discussion with Miss Walker about where she is and what's going on. And then after they meet with her today, I'd like them to make a recommendation, okay, as to Miss Walker and where we go from here. And then I'd like to bring Miss Walker back on tomorrow, so that'll give you an opportunity, Mr. Lorenz, to consider the recommendation, kind of flush it out, and see where we are. And then I'll make a decision on tomorrow. That's the best that I can do, because I'd like for them to talk to her and to see her, you know, and explore these positives and how she was negative before. I think she had a negative screen before, right? Has she ever had a negative screen for all substances?
I'm not sure, Your Honor. I can give you an answer here in about 30 seconds.
All right, check and see. And so then all of a sudden she's positive again, because everything in science says that's indicative of new use. So you need to know that. And if it, and I need you to be at a place where you shit so that we can work through it. Otherwise, we still have a problem. Mr. Lorenz?
Your Honor, she has always been positive as long as she's been with me.
Okay.
And then she, even when she got picked up, because she was no-showed for about a month and a half, and then eventually we got her picked up, and then she tested positive for the marijuana in the facility, and then went on the funeral, and we have marijuana and alcohol now. And she did the 29 days in the facility, so she should be clean by November 12th.
Which is today. All right. So then that goes hand in hand with what my recommendation is.
I took a test today.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
And it shows that I don't have no alcohol in my system, but you know, far as the weed, I'm still, you know, positive. And I already told y'all that it's not the alcohol for me. You know what I'm saying? It's the weed part. But you
can't do either while you're with me.
I know. I want to be clean. Like when I first started in February, I know that what I have to do. And no, I do not want to risk my life because, oh, I'm smoking, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I just want to, you know, like I said, I want to, you know, finish where I left off at, you know, going to drop twice a week at ATS and going to groups with Miss Deja and at the teen wellness place and doing some other meetings, NA meetings and AA meetings on the side.
Okay. So that goes hand in hand with what I'm going to do today. I want you to see the doctor as well as the therapist. I want to hear their recommendation, give Mr. Lorenz an opportunity to look at it, and then we'll come back together on tomorrow. Mr. Fikens, you had the opportunity to talk with Ms. Walker. Does that sound like a good plan for you?
It does sound like a good plan, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you so much for taking the time. And Attorney Griffin, I'm sorry. Does that work for you?
Oh, no problem, Your Honor. Not at all. What work for me? You talking about to be here tomorrow?
I'm gonna have Mr. Fikens, since he'll be with me anyways tomorrow, and he talked to Ms. Walker. I'll have him just come back because she probably won't need representation tomorrow.
Okay.
I just want to hear what the doctor and the therapist is going to say.
And can I say thank you to Mr. Fikens also? Thank you, Mr. Fikens.
Yeah.
Thank you, Attorney Fikens.
Pleasure.
All right. So I'm adjourning you till tomorrow, November 13th, 2020 at 9:00 a.m. Okay?
Yes.
Until then, continue to do what you're supposed to do, okay?
I am.
All right, I'm glad to see you.
Me too.
All right, hang in there. I'll see you in the morning, 9:00, okay?
So how do I talk to my therapist? They gonna call me?
Mr. Lorenz, do you know how those appointments are scheduled for today?
She was due to go in there today, Your Honor, at 11:30, but we had court, and so Deja wants her to go there immediately following this court
Okay,
hearing.
so you're to go there, all right?
In person?
Yes.
Because she has to meet with Dr. Osa.
Okay, Miss Sandy, they'll get you there, okay?
Yes.
All right, let them know I only want to speak with you on your own because I wanted you to be free to discuss with the court anything you wanted to tell me, okay?
Yes.
All right, very good. Hang in there. I'll see you on tomorrow. Let Miss Sandy know you have a hearing tomorrow, okay?
Okay, at 9.
At 9:00. All right.
Yes.
See you tomorrow. Thank you.
tomorrow.
Thank you all.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, very good. Thank you so much, Mr. Fikens. Now, what I want to understand is, do I have anybody else? I don't know. Brandon Smith joined us after the fact. I'm breaking for lunch today. And so I'm not really sure why he thought it was okay to join us later. And I'm not sure why somebody didn't tell him he needs to put on clothes and all of those good things before he comes into Judge Holmes's virtual courtroom. But Mr. Yancey, what do you want to tell me?
I just want to tell you that I spoke with Mr. Smith 3 times. I gave him the correct time to come to court. And though he qualifies for our program, and though you don't have to be perfect to be in sobriety court, this is a precision program. And I just have some gigantic questions about the fit. as far as Mr. Smith. There's no way he thought he could come in on a quarter or 20 minutes to 11. You don't even need somebody to tell you that you need a shirt on. So,
Can we adjourn him until tomorrow morning?
I mean, for what? I have a warrant in the system for his arrest. What do I need to adjourn him for?
Well, if Mr. Yancey's having some doubts about his eligibility or his qualifications, I would talk to him before I make a recommendation, Judge. So.
Oh, well, why don't you go in the breakout room and talk to him and see if he's interested in doing our program? Because let me tell you where he's gonna go next time he come in my courtroom. He gonna go to the Wayne County Jail, and then I'll make sure he's clothed and in his right mind every single time he appears before Judge Shannon A. Holmes. So maybe you should be the one to go in that breakout room.
I have no problems with that, Judge. If you'll assign me to a breakout room with him, I'll talk to him right now.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
Yes, Judge.
All right. It's going to be breakout room number 7. And Mr. Smith, please accept that invitation to go into breakout room number 7.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. All right. We have one more case, I believe, to do. Is that right, Ms. Beard?
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right. Is Ms. Beard? Are you, Ms. Beard, where are you? There you are. Unmute yourself for me, Ms. Beard. Ms. Beard?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you're not able to participate right now?
I'm kind of in the middle of a doctor's appointment.
Okay, so Mr. Lorenz, we have some issues.
You cut out, Your Honor.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So that's an issue. Would you like Ms. Beard to come back? Oh, I see Mr. Williams on this morning. Good morning. Would you like Ms. Beard to come back on tomorrow?
I will be at work, Your Honor. So, I mean.
You have some issues, ma'am. And so I understand you've been on, but because you have issues, you had to come to court early because we were closed on yesterday. And so that job may not even be an issue going forward, but how would you like to do it? Because I need to have a hearing with you immediately.
Can we do a 10-minute recess and come back? I'll be done with my appointment.
Oh, absolutely. Sure.
Are you sure?
Okay. Yes, ma'am. You all just remind me. I'll turn your camera off. And when you're ready, come back on. 10 minutes, okay?
10 minutes. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Very good. Thank you. We worked that out. All right. Good.
Yeah, Mr. Williams is on, Your Honor. As you can see, he wanted to share some input in regard to some of the concerns that were
with Ms. Beard.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So, Mr. Williams, Ms. Beard should still be on. I don't know if she's listening, but Mr. Williams, I don't want to tie you up. You want to share those concerns with the court? Good afternoon to you. It's afternoon, y'all.
Yeah, it is afternoon. Good afternoon, Judge. Nice seeing you.
You're good.
Really, I actually was able to sit and talk to Ms. Beard yesterday. Really sit down with her because my other case manager, Ms. Smith, has really been the one being able to see her, and I've been able to really gain a lot of insight with what's going on with her. Okay. I know she has some issues with the facility that she shared with Mr. Lorenz. And pretty much, I think one of the main things that she's struggling with is the fact that she's not being able to be with her children. And she isn't a problem at Lake Ridge. She's not off the chain or, rude. She's actually quite pleasant, actually. So she's not a problem for us. But I think we're dealing with someone that just frankly doesn't want to be there. So she's got some complaints that she's trying to bring, but I think the biggest thing that she's battling with is what's going on with about the children. And also, she's also mentioned that she was under the belief that she was supposed to be at Lake Ridge for 2 weeks, and then some type of different facility or different arrangement was going to be worked out and she's feeling as if she feels like she's in limbo. I guess that's the right word to say. Kind of trying to figure out what's the next steps, what's going to happen, and what's going to happen with her children. So it's definitely the job and definitely the children that's her biggest concerns that's going on. But she's following what we want. She knows she can't go nowhere unless it's medical or work, which she's been abiding by the passes. And like I said, the main thing that we at Lakers really care about is that at least she's respectful and she's not rude to staff or anything like that. So I think the biggest thing is the children she's trying to figure out.
All right. And so, Mr. Lorenz, I see Ms. Beard's face is on. I have you muted until I need you to speak because the background noise drowns us out. And so, and I need for everyone to be able to hear. And so, Mr. Lorenz, it's my understanding that Ms. Beard was coming today because she had some positive screens. Is that correct?
There is a positive screen of alcohol.
And when was that positive screen?
At her admission on October 28th, 2020, when she went in for her intake appointment with Lake Ridge.
Okay.
She's
been at Lake Ridge, is that correct?
She's since being at Lake. Let me rephrase that, Your Honor. So when she arrived at Lake Ridge, she did a test, and then she tested positive for alcohol, and there was a faint level of THC, but there was not enough for the lab to consider it a positive. So they believe that the metabolite that was there, she potentially was using CBD products. So it is considered a negative. But I want to make sure that the court is aware of that statement by the lab. Since October 28th, she has tested negative for every screen. And so we brought her back, Your Honor, as we talked to you about the concerns. I was not aware that Mr. Williams was able to talk to her yesterday, so I was definitely glad that he was able to, because there was a lot of concerns that Ms. Beard had with the facility regarding a bug issue, some cockroaches in her room. But Mr. Williams has, they have told me that they're going to get the exterminator out, to my knowledge. I think they have been there, but I'll let him comment on that. There was concern about her not having food because she couldn't leave the facility, and the meal plan got shut off. But from what I found out through Mr. Williams, as he talked to the supervisor of the meal program, is that Ms. Beard refused to give up her bridge card to make her eligible for the program. And she was leaving the facility to go to her children's home, even though she was supposed to be in residential treatment. That has since been rectified, and she is not allowed to go anywhere. But now she's claiming that, her concern is that she cannot be there for her children's lessons and just be with her children. And she is working more often now, so she is gone a lot. So there's just a lot of conflicts back and forth. And like what Mr. Williams said too, she felt that she was able to leave the facility as of yesterday, that her 2 weeks are up, but basically it was a minimum of 2 weeks that was discussed before. But now we have a positive alcohol screen, which now has Dr. Osa and Deja concerned that couple of days that she was on warrant status that she went out and used after she already has a cocaine positive screen. So their recommendation is that she remain in residential treatment for a minimum of 2 more weeks. So it gives time for her to work more on her recovery, more on her relapse prevention, and allow them to work with her also. And they would be able to give us a better recommendation moving forward on whether or not she should remain in transition or be allowed to get her own place.
Okay. All right. Very good. Now, Ms. Beard, I don't know if you're driving, but you won't be able to talk to us and drive. Have you unmute yourself.
No, I'm not driving, Your Honor.
Okay, wonderful.
I just finished my doctor's appointment.
All right, great. But you were listening, is that correct?
Yes, most of it. I didn't hear what Jonathan had to say, but I did hear
Mr. Williams. Okay. And so Mr. Williams just indicated that He was able to get a chance to talk with you, and he was glad that he had an opportunity to talk with you. He indicated that you're respectful, you're not causing any problems at Lake Ridge. You've lodged a complaint about bugs. They are sending in an exterminator. You also lodged a complaint with Mr. Lorenz, I believe, about not having any food. But it was brought to, I think, Mr. Williams' attention that you refused to turn over your bridge card so that you can be a part of the food program there. And so those are the things that Mr. Williams addressed.
Okay.
And that you have some concerns about wanting to be with your children, as well as your job, that those things are important to you as they should be. And so that's what he addressed. Mr. Williams, did I leave anything out?
Oh no, no.
Okay, all right. Okay, very good. And so, Miss Beard, I had you come on today because I was concerned, of course, about the positive alcohol, the hills of a positive cocaine.
Your Honor, you going out. I can't hear you.
Hear me now? It's the computer. I don't know what's wrong with it. Can you all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you
Yes,
better.
Your Honor.
Okay.
Yep.
So I brought you in today, Ms. Beard, because I had some concerns about a positive alcohol screen on the heels of a positive cocaine screen. And I want to make sure that you're not going backwards. And so I wanted to bring you in on today. Also, I wanted to make sure that you were clear when I indicated that you were going to Lake Ridge and that it would be a minimum of 2 weeks. I never said you were leaving in 2 weeks. I never said that. As a matter of fact, the recommendation from the doctor and your counselor, your therapist, is that you remain there for 2 more weeks, a minimum of 2 more weeks. And so I just need to hear what's going on with you. I want you to keep that job with everything in me. I do. But that job is never going to be the priority for me. It's just not going to be. Your health, your sobriety, that will always be the priority. And so I need to hear from you.
Well, that job is a part of my health and my well-being and my recovery, being stable, having something to busy my time with. I haven't been using, when Mr. Lorenz told me I had tested positive for THC, I was actually at Team Wellness when I took that call, and that was not a very beneficial meeting because I was preoccupied. It really made me caused me to maybe doubt myself. Like I was wondering if I was having blackouts on a regular basis because I know I haven't smoked. I haven't used CBD oil. I don't use it because I know.
You know, in this program, no CBD products, right? You got to read the labels because they put stuff in everything. So just
I don't use them.
No,
I don't use them at all.
But I just want to make sure we're clear that my order is no CBD products at all.
No, okay. I know because the
it'll give us
still show up.
There you go. And then we have problems, right? And so in order to eliminate problems, I don't allow individuals to do e-cigarettes, hookah, or any type of CBD products, okay?
No problem.
All right.
But that just caused me to have a mental shutdown, I guess, like trying to retrace every step I had. I was calling people like, did you put anything in your food? Or, just wondering where that could have came from because I don't have a problem not smoking weed at all. The alcohol, I didn't drink anything. I made some food with wine as well as some
that's not going to make you test positive, but I want you to stop making food with wine, okay?
I clearly have gotten that indication.
Okay, let's just eat some everyday, Crisco, I don't know, but no wine, okay? Look, Miss Beard, let me say
I just want to know what's going on. And as far as me being at Lake Ridge, nobody necessarily expressed that I wasn't able to leave. So according to their own general facility policy, I just went along with that as far as the 2-day restrictions and being able to go. I don't go nowhere but to work and to my kids. So it wasn't like I was gallivanting through the city or anything like that.
No, and Mr. Williams did not indicate that. He didn't indicate that.
Once they told me that I could not leave, I haven't gone. I mean, I'm at a chiropractor appointment that I just finished, and then I have Team Wellness this afternoon at 2:00. But my son is homeschooled, so I did drop off some work for him on Monday on my way to work because I literally write his list out by hand off my top of my head. I just ordered him a work, but yesterday said some things to do that require such face to face, but I'm not able to teach him any new information this, so I just don't know.
So here we are, Miss Beard. Let me tell you what's going on. I need you to be healthy. And while I understand that having a job and being involved with your kids are a priority and a part of your health, I agree with you. So that's why I really need you to work with me on making sure we can keep all of those aspects of your life intact so that you can be healthy. Remember, I said I want you to be healthy physically, mentally, and sober. So, but it takes you working with me in order to do that, okay? And so when you're coming off the heels of a positive cocaine read, okay, test result, and you didn't go to jail for it, this is my working through to make sure I can keep you healthy and safe. And I just need you to work with me. The recommendation of Dr. Osa and Miss Willis is that you remain at Lake Ridge for 2 additional weeks. And I'm saying as a minimum, I didn't say you would just be there 2 weeks. I'm saying as a minimum, that's what we're going to do. And then those 2 weeks that you're going to be the minimum 2 weeks that you'll be there, I would like for you to work on a transition plan. What is it going to look like when you get ready to leave Lake Ridge? Where are you going to live? We know how you're going to support yourself because you're going to do what you're supposed to do so you can keep that job. And all of those things that go with making sure I'm working the program, I'm staying sober, I'm making my appointments, and all of those, I'm making my tests, and all of those, where we are. And so do I have your commitment to work with?
Yes. Would it be possible for me to ask for a day with my kids, or is that not allowed?
Nope, let's talk to Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams?
Judge, can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry, my phone's acting up a little bit. I've talked to Ms. Beard, and I think permitting her at least 1 to 2 days to see her children, I think I'm negative something bad happened out of that. I've even asked her in court and recommend that. Am I going to regret that? And she said no. And just from the conversation with her, and I'm really happy about that conversation because it really allowed me to kind of really get some general understanding of how she sees the world and things like that. I think allowing her to see her children is and now unless we allow her to do that, then she does something to get that taken away. I think that should be discussed, but I think at least 1 day or 2 days to allow her to see her children. I don't see a problem with that.
And thank you, Mr. Williams. And I don't know if you've seen Ms. Beard. She is very, very much so an active participant in her children's lives. She loves them. They clearly love her. And what I've seen of her, she's an excellent mother. And so she's got some kinks to work out in her on the personal side. But as a mother, I've seen you in action, Ms. Beard. And so I think that would be very healthy for you to be able to go and do the 2 days out of the week under the direction of the facility with your children. Okay?
Okay. Thank
All
you,
right.
y'all.
I need you to help me though, Ms. Beard. I need you to stay on track. I do, because I want you to have that job, Ms. Beard. It's folks somebody was on the phone today, in court today, saying they've been waiting 5 to 7 months to get a call back from Chrysler. You got the call, you passed the test, you doing the doggone thing. I need you to stay there.
Yes.
But you hold the key to that, not me. I just respond. That's it. I facilitate. That's all I do. You dictate or order my steps. That's really how this works.
I understand.
So I need you to continue to work with me, okay?
Okay.
All right. I want you to continue to see Miss Willis, continue to see Dr. Osa, continue to test. Wonderful. Continue to test that schedule. We're going to go 2 more weeks and see where we are, okay? And then you're going to see your kids 2 days out of the week. You're going to go to work like you should. I'm glad you're taking care of your physical, going to the chiropractor. Wonderful. And so let's see where we are in 2 weeks. Okay?
Okay, Your Honor.
All right. Very good.
Thank
Do you have
you.
any questions, Ms. Beard?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Anything else, Mr. Williams?
Oh, not at all.
Attorney Griffin?
I know, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Lorenz?
I just want to let you know, Your Honor, part of that transitional planning, Mr. Williams is trying to work with Pastor Williams on trying to find them a potential transitional home for her and her children.
Wonderful. How does that sound to you here?
Oh, that sounds great.
All right. And so, I got to call you back. All right. And so, Ms. Beard. All right, Miss Beard, that's my sister. She just keeps calling me over and over again. I'm like, I'm in court, I'm in court. All right, very good. And so let's work on that transitional plan. Mr. Lorenz, can we bring Miss Beard back in 2 weeks? Now, if I see you in my courtroom before 2 weeks, Miss Beard, I'm a panic. I'm gonna know something's not right.
You won't.
Don't do that to me. I'm not gonna be able to eat my vegetarian turkey for Thanksgiving, you know, because I don't eat meat. What do they call it, a veggie burkey or whatever it is? I don't know. I'm not gonna be able to do it if you come in my courtroom before 2 weeks is up. All right.
No.
Not you. All right. Very good. So that means I'm going to see Miss Beard on the 25th of November. Mr. Lorenz, does that work?
Yes, Your Honor, at 10:30.
At 10:30. Okay, Miss Beard?
No
All
problem.
Right. Good to see you. Let me tell you what I'm glad I heard today, Miss Beard.
What is that?
Glad to hear that you are being respectful. You're following the rules. You're not giving Mr. Williams a hard time. Because we had somebody else giving him a hard time. I think she's still sitting in jail, Mr. Williams, because we don't tolerate that. You can't hurt your health. So I appreciate you, even though you might not like what's going on, that you're still being respectful and kind. That just gave you another look, like a little star. You had a parenting star. You got a respectful star from me today, Miss Beard. All right?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Right. All right. Be careful out there. I'll see you on the 25th. All right.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you, Mr. Williams. Thank you, Mr. Lorenz.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Mr. Williams.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. I still have Brandon Smith on my doc. Wait, where's Mr. Yancey before? I think Mr. Griffin, that's it for you. And for Miss Brent.
You're talking about me, Your Honor?
Yes, Attorney Griffin. I'm sorry. Yes.
Okay.
All right.
All right, thank you,
But
Your Honor.
before I turn on Brandon Smith's camera, Mr. Yancey, what's going on? What do you want to do? Or Mr. Reed, who went in the breakout room?
Mr. Reed.
I did, Judge. I went in the breakout room.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. I talked to Mr. Smith. I couldn't
Is it
see
safe to
Mr.
ask him to turn on his video?
He said he was disabled by the host. I asked him to turn it on. He said the host disabled.
All right, I'm asking him to start his video. I did. I disabled him.
So I couldn't see him. I could hear him, but I could.
All right. Good afternoon, Mr. Smith.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
State your name for the record.
Brandon Smith.
All right, Mr. Smith, this court starts at 9:00 a.m. Understood?
I apologize. I wasn't informed on that.
Okay. Were you informed that you have to wear clothes when you come to court?
Well, actually, I was, I seen that you was in another court session. So I tried to prop my phone up and I was putting on my shirt and it kind of over to the side.
All right. Okay, Mr. Smith. I'm gonna try to burn that out of my memory and we're gonna try to start over again. Okay. All right. Mr. Reed, what you want to tell me about Mr. Smith? It's 12:24.
Yes, Judge. Let me start out by saying Mr. Smith was respectful and polite and courteous, and that goes a long way with me. I explained drug treatment court to him. I talked about drug testing, counseling, NAA meetings. I indicated to him that this is not an easy program. You have to make it work. Judge, he said he could do it. And that's what I'm relying upon. He said he could do it. He said he wanted to do it. I recommend him for the program, but he has to understand it's hard work. And he's 26 years old. He's unemployed. He says he has a job coming up in a couple of days. He has 2 minor children that he's supporting. He has a 10th grade education. But again, he was polite and courteous. He wasn't disrespectful to me at all, Judge, and that goes a long way. So I recommend him for the program, but he has to understand it's hard work. And you have to drug test when you order the drug test, and you have to do the counseling, NAA meetings. The court has the ability to change the contract. He understands all that. It's a dismissible case. He could go to jail if he doesn't complete the contract. We talked about the pros and cons. Judge, I recommend him for the program because he said he could do it. But it's up to him to do the program, Judge. Thank you.
All right.
I don't know what else to say, Judge. I heard Mr. Yancey had some reservations.
Mr. Yancey, what were your reservations? Let's hear your reservations.
Your Honor, I never, I mean, him come, you know, if I gave Mr. Smith the impression that he could just come on at any time, then we were having a communication problem. You know, I told him it was at 9 o'clock. And the judge that he dealt with prior to was 9 o'clock. So everything's in the morning, much less at 11:45. This is a precision program. And you know, I was just having some concerns that he if he doesn't completely understand this, he won't make it to the first court review without a violation.
Which could land him in the Wayne County Jail.
Yeah, so, you know, I told him he needed to think about this. He can't miss screenings, can't miss meetings, and you must be in outpatient treatment. I went over that with him, like flawlessly, just about. So, I guess that's all I can say. I was prepared to present him. I don't know if we want to do it this late, but I'm prepared, or we can try this again at 9 a.m. in the morning.
Thank you.
Mr. Reed, what's your take? Do you want me? Well, let me ask this, Mr. Smith. Are you even interested in doing drug treatment court?
Yes.
Do you understand that any probation that you may have ever experienced, whether it's through knowing somebody else on probation, that this probation is much different? It is not your ordinary probation.
Yes, I heard of you.
I'm sorry.
I said yes, I heard of it. I got a good
You
word
understand
on
you're
the
going to see me every 2 weeks. You understand that you're going to test or go to jail. You understand you're going to go to outpatient treatment, or you may go to jail. You understand that you're going to not use, or you're going to have some real problems. Do you understand that?
Yes,
Okay.
that's no problem.
All right. And you understand that you're not going to see me every 30 days. You're going to see me every 2 weeks to start with, and that you're going to be with me a minimum of 12 months. Do you understand that?
I look forward to it.
Okay, Mr. Smith. That caught me off guard. Yes, Mr. Reed.
Judge, I just wanted to emphasize that he was a respectful young man. He didn't give me a hard time at all, and I just wanted to emphasize that he may not understand that we want him to be successful. He's 26 years old with 2 minor children. We want the best for him. but he has to work hard. I'm through, Judge. I'm through.
All right, we certainly do want the best for him, but he's going to have to work hard. And so,
excuse me.
Yes.
His name?
I'm sorry?
The guy that I was in breakout room with. What is his name?
The
I didn't get his
attorney?
name. Yes,
The attorney Reed.
yes. I appreciate your time, and I appreciate you showing me the respectfulness that you showed me. I definitely appreciate you.
All right. Now, Mr. Smith. All right, wonderful. And that's one thing about everybody on the drug treatment court team. We work hard to make sure everybody feels like they are respected, that we care about them, that we equip them for success. But it is a two-way street, okay? It requires open communication. Don't assume anything in drug treatment court. If you don't know, ask somebody, okay? Because while our case managers will be there to work with you step by step, they're not going to babysit you. They're not going to coddle you. They're not going to get it done for you. They're going to require you to still be a responsible, accountable, sacrificing adult, okay? And so, and if you want to do the program, then I want you to do the program.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Yancey, I don't know how much more we need to do for presentation wise, but let's do it. Because I don't know what Friday's docket looked like. I've had to add some mental health court pieces to Friday's docket, and so I don't want to inundate us for tomorrow.
John, I can be brief and thorough at the same time.
You always are, Mr. Yancey, and I certainly appreciate you. Yes, I do. Let me place a case number on the record. Let's see. I have case number 20055955001 for Brandon Smith. Mr. Smith, state your name again for me.
Brandon Smith.
All right, Mr. Smith, you're in our virtual courtroom. Do you agree to have your hearing by way of Zoom?
Yes.
Wonderful. All right, Mr. Yancey, you may proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. Kenneth Yancey on behalf of Sobriety Court. Your Honor, Mr. Smith, he's 26 years old. He's a single father of 2 minor daughters. He's before the court on a case for attempt to assaulting and resisting arrest. It's a transfer case from Judge Bryant. He's unemployed currently, even though he reports that he has a job prospect. He has 5 siblings. He reports that he's in average health right now. He does not have a driver's license at this time. He reported that he completed the 9th grade. His drug of choice was alcohol. His secondary drug was marijuana. He denies use of marijuana for the last 6 months. And he reports that his main support system is his grandmother at this time.
All right, very good. Mr. Smith, is there anything else you want me to know about you?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right, very good. Mr. Who talked with Mr. Smith? Was that you, Mr. Reed?
Yes, Judge, I did.
Anything else other than what you've told me that I need to know about, you'd like me to know about your client?
No, Judge, I did advise him that the court has the ability to amend, to change, to delete. He would be given any notices of change of contract. I also told him the benefits. It's a dismissible case. I also told him that he could be sentenced up to 93 days in the county jail if he weren't successful. He's aware of that, Judge. Thank you.
All right, wonderful. And so, Mr. Smith, you've already told me that you want to do the program and you're committed to doing it. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right, very good. Mr. Yancey, did you take the time to determine whether your client is or if he's ever been a violent offender or if he's a substantial threat to the public?
I did take the time. He's not a substantial risk, and he does qualify. He doesn't have any violent offenses.
All right, very good. Did you do any assessments as to Mr. Smith?
No, he just had a pre-sentence report, but we don't have any assessments.
All right, so let's make sure we get the needs plus done as to Mr. Smith. And then Mr. Reed, did you take the time to go through the drug treatment court contract, which will become my order, and explain to Mr. Smith the consequences for failing to comply with the court's orders, as well as the benefits of successfully completing this program, which his charge is a dismissible offense? Did you take the time to do that, Mr. Reed?
Yes, Judge. Yes, Judge. I did go over the contract with him. He understands the consequences and the benefits. He understands this is a dismissible offense. He understands the court can't amend or change or delete the contract. Yes, Judge, I did. Thank you.
All right, very good. Thank you so much. And did you determine that pursuant to Michigan law, your client does in fact qualify to participate? He's eligible to participate in drug treatment court.
Yes, Judge, he is eligible to participate in drug treatment court pursuant to Michigan law.
All right, wonderful. Then with that, Mr. Smith, I am going to accept you into our drug treatment court program. It starts on today. Testing is mandatory. You must test a minimum of 2 times per week without excuse. Call every day. Whenever your color drops, you must go test. A missed test is a positive test for this court, and a diluted test is a positive test for this court. So please make sure that you're testing. On today, Mr. Yancey, let's get him set up so that he can get into his outpatient treatments. So that is a critical and essential part of your success in drug treatment court, is you've got to go and figure out some things. What led you here? How did you get here? What have those substances, what kind of impact have the substances that you've used had on your life? So that when you leave us, you can be on the pathway of recovery for the rest of your life. So that starts today. In addition, you are going to have to do your 12-step meetings. Now, because we're in the midst of a pandemic, they are done virtually. And so you won't have to leave the comfort of your home to do them, but you must do them. And you must also get a tablet, a notebook, something, write down the date that you go to attend your 12-step meetings, and then write down what you learned or what you took away from it, how it made you feel, so that you can have some discussion with the court about those things, okay?
Okay, no problem.
All right, very, very good. In addition, I just want to remind you that while you are with us, that there's no hookah, no e-cigarettes, and no CBD products, okay? No alcohol, none means none. 0, 0, 0, because it will show up in your testing, okay?
Okay, no problem.
All right, you have any questions for me, Mr. Smith?
Well, I did have a couple of drinks yesterday. That don't affect the.
Well, it's probably going to come up in your test results. But you had it yesterday. Is that a yes?
Yes.
All right, so it was yesterday. He didn't test today. Is that right, Mr. Yancey?
That's correct, Your Honor.
I won't have him test on tomorrow, but if your color drops Saturday, you should be clean. You shouldn't have the alcohol there.
Okay.
So don't drink anymore, sir.
Okay.
I need him to test on Saturday, Mr. Yancey. As a matter of fact, mandatory full panel on Saturday.
And Your Honor, I did give him the 1-800 number for the outpatient.
All right, very good. And I'm just noting, I need a full panel test on Saturday, which would be November, what is that? The 14th, November 14th, 2020. So make sure, Mr. Yancey, have some conversation with him after we're finished today, so that he knows where he's supposed to go. Again, Mr. Yancey's not going to babysit you, but he will encourage you and give you information so that you can be successful, okay?
Well, I know which place I have to report to, and I know my color already. If my color have not been changed, I already know exactly what my color is, so that's not no issue.
Let's have some conversations. You and Mr. Yancey have some conversations. Just make sure he's on the right track, Mr. Yancey, okay?
Yes,
all right. I would like to bring Mr. Smith back in 2 weeks, but that puts us on the holiday. So, Mr. Yancey, would you be terribly distraught if I brought Mr. Smith back on the 24th or the 25th, if you could pop in. I want to know how he's doing and that he's in compliance with my orders.
That's fine, Your Honor.
All right, which day works for you? The Tuesday? Wednesday is mental health court.
The Tuesday, Your Honor.
All right, wonderful. So I'll bring him back on November 24th, Ms. Drew, 2020 at 9:00 a.m. with close. Mr. Smith, did you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I want to make sure. All right, very good. I'm looking forward to working with you, young man. I'm expecting you to do some great things, and we're here to be a part of that process for you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, wonderful. You'll dial in the same way you did on today at 9:00 with clothes on, okay?
9:00. I got you.
No, I need you to say with clothes on.
With clothes on.
Okay,
Yeah,
come on,
with
help me,
clothes.
somebody. All right, very good, very good. All right, if nothing else, enjoy the rest of your day.
Okay, you too.
All right, thank
Mr.
you.
Smith.
All right, thank you all for sticking with me on today. I don't know what day it is. It's drug court, mental health court. I don't know. Mr. Lorenz, why are you still in my courtroom? You just want to be here?
I love being a part of this.
Yeah, Mr. Lorenz. Like being a part of. So, all right.
Your Honor, I just want to let you know.
We can barely hear you, Mr. Lorenz.
Help if I had the microphone by my mouth. Sorry.
Oh.
So I wanted to let you know that we're having difficulties getting Miss Walker to Team Wellness. They took her to the wrong one. So it's killed a lot of time. And they have a lot of other appointments. So they're trying to work it out. So in the event that we cannot get her seen today, can I text you in the morning or Miss Branch and move it to like maybe Monday?
And so you know that you all have access to me at all times. Let's get her in, but she has to stay there until she sees Dr. Osa and Miss Willis. And so I really have some concerns, Mr. Lorenz. I'm torn with Miss Walker because I know she needs to be around her family. The family that's okay. So you know what family I think she needs to be around. And so I really want to work with her. So I don't have a problem if on tomorrow she hasn't been able to see Dr. O or Miss Willis, adjourning her and giving her a Wednesday date. And if something happens before Wednesday, we can just make sure, you can just let me know and it can still take place. We can still execute. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor. Okay, thank you, Your Honor. And we are, Miss Branch and I, we keep going back and forth too. So we understand your concern about, it was a very horrible thing that happened, and we're trying to take her emotional needs